Probably should wait to do that. See if this connects. Actually, I might want to connect with, let's see if it works. Nobody on here yet, but if you do happen to hop on, I will be connecting the Bluetooth, and it didn't work. Let's see. Try with this. Still waiting. Let me mute my computer too, that way it doesn't make any noise. I'm going to disconnect it and then, oh. There we go. Okay, we have audio. Jeremy, how you doing? GW, let's go. Yes, it is good to be back. I don't know if the last time we live streamed I told you or not, but I went to a lake with my wife to canoe, and I got burnt like crazy. I'm pretty sure we did talk about that, but I'm still peeling now, actually. But yeah, looking forward to this game. Looking forward to maybe the Habs getting a upset, and hopefully the audio is working. Looks like it is. I was having some issues with Instagram earlier still. I was like, I hope it's not the Wi-Fi, but I'm in a group chat with some other people, and they said the Instagram in general has just kind of been funky today. So good to know that we don't have to worry about that. And if any of you are wondering what game or what I'm watching the game on, I'm actually watching it on Peacock TV, which is like partnered with NBCSN. And I don't know how many games they covered exactly. I've kind of just got different packages that I've been watching it on, but they've covered at least the conference finals, if I remember right. But I'm not sponsored by them, but I like Peacock TV. I got it for like $40 for a whole year, and it's got some fun stuff in there. How are you guys doing, though? Been enough about me. Make sure this audio is not awful. And now we're just stuck with a Pepsi commercial. Let me know in the comments below whether you are a Coke or Pepsi person. Personally, I prefer both. I really don't mind either one. I'll drink either one, and I like both of them. I don't know if I have a favorite pop, but yeah, good. Jeremy's doing good. That's good. GW is doing good as well. I like to hear that. Jeremy's a Coke guy. Now, see, my friend that I had growing up, his mom was like crazy obsessed with Pepsi. That was the only thing she drank if it wasn't water. And she literally wouldn't let them buy Coke and bring it in the house. That's how obsessed with Pepsi she is. But I don't know, it's kind of mixed. I feel like for regular soda, I like Coke, but diet soda, my dad drinks, and then my grandpa drinks. And I just think I have a lot of good memories, kind of like fishing with my grandpa. And while like it's kind of weird, like my dad and me, I still think we have a lot of good memories as well. So I think that the Diet Pepsi is preferred. I don't like Diet Coke, but a regular Coke is pretty good. GW likes both, but prefers Pepsi. Yeah, see, I don't know if I like. If I had to pick, I'd probably say regular Coke. Diet Coke would not be the option if it was diet. To be honest, I don't really drink a lot of diet drinks. I kind of just, if I'm going to have pop, I might as well just have something. I really like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And I'm yammering on, but they're just talking about getting ready for the Stanley Cup. And I don't know if you guys know this, but for the ECHL, the Kelly Cup, which is like AA hockey, the Fort Wayne Comets are in the Kelly Cup, which is like their version of the Stanley Cup. And Doc Emmerich, I guess, is a big Fort Wayne Comets fan. So it's cool to see that going on. He was talking about that on their Instagram page. I've been to a Comets game before. I've been to a lot of field games, but I like both teams. I don't really have a preference. It is ECHL, but it is fun to watch as well. Now, who do you want to win in the series, too? What do you guys think? As literally, I'm just looking down at me peeling like crazy. I picked I want the Habs to win. I know that's going to be tough to do, but for a variety of different reasons. Maybe get this Canadian Cup drought over with. And then I don't know if any of you heard this or not. I might have to have some of you help me out. I think that they said the ads on the helmets are going to stay next year. They're not going to go on jerseys, but they're going to go on the helmets. If anybody could verify that for me, that'd be great. I'm going to do a video about that tomorrow if that's the case. I know it's not like a crazy video. Like, it's not like a big topic. But, I mean, I think it should be talked about. I might do a Game 1 review as well. We'll see. We have to see what gets views. It's very hit or miss right now with the playoffs getting views. Game hasn't started. We just get a look at the Canadiens locker room. And Yoel Armia will actually play this game. I know he was in COVID protocol. I got a hair on my neck. Sorry. Just got out of the shower. But they isolated him so he couldn't get he couldn't get other Canadian players sick. And he came back, I think, negative, obviously, or whatever. And they put him on a private jet, so he should be playing on the fourth line for this game. And in my preview, I talked a little bit about the fourth line, which is Stahl, Perry, Armia, that forward group. And again, lines change, but talked about them and how they could get some high danger chances here. Then the playoffs, they've actually generated a lot of really good looks. Helmet ads are staying next year. There's pros and cons with that. I think I wouldn't prefer it. At the same time, I do know we get money for it, so that's good. But I don't want to end up like soccer where it's just so many ads on the jerseys and all that. I really would prefer there not be any ads, except obviously the maker of the jersey. But times are changing, and I think the NBA putting ads on there really just opened it up for North American sports. Now, I will say the Canadian Football League has done it for a while, but it's not crazy bad, and I don't imagine it'd get too bad. But in terms of like the big four of basketball, baseball, hockey, and football, the NFL at least, I think that they opened the door for them. It's been a minute since we've done a live stream. It's kind of crazy how much time's passed. I wanted to do another one, but I figured – wait till the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't even know if this will get a ton of views. And if not, that's all right, because it's always more fun to just do these and have an experience with you all. But, we'll do at least one, see how it goes. Kind of wish that, obviously we're going to get 2 games in Montreal, games 3 and 4 at the very least. I'm really, really hoping that they open it up a little bit to the crowds and at least maybe 10, 15,000. That'd be cool. GW says NHL jerseys are nice to have ads. I think it would be weird to see a legendary jersey like Montreal with an ad on it. That's my thinking there too. We have 2 very different groups in this. The more traditional people that think it's wrong, which I lean more that way. I like money, but we're also $1 billion business. Do we really need that much more? And then you have the farther off side, I guess, the other side, where we could get more money to compete with other sports and stuff like that. But I think the thing is, ads aren't going to be a perfect way to fix and get more money. I think there's other ways to fix the game to bring in more money. And I don't know. I just, again, with Montreal, Toronto, Chicago, Detroit, the Rangers, the Bruins, would we really want to see a ad on there after it's supposed to be a historic, honorable thing to put on that sweater or jersey? I don't know. And that's kind of where I lean more towards the traditional side. Now, I will say one thing that I think kind of slides by that makes me accept it a little bit more is, let me think, the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know if they still do this. I really don't watch basketball at all. But I know when they first got it out, and just to let you know, the game hasn't started yet or anything like that. When they first did ads, Armia will not be in the lineup for game 1. He is scratched. Jake Evans will play after missing 9 games. But when they did it, they did a Harley Davidson ad, and Harley Davidson is based out of Milwaukee. So it made sense. If it's local, I think I minded a little bit less. The Cleveland Cavaliers did it with Goodyear. Goodyear is based out of Cleveland. So if they do it like that, I guess I'd be a little bit more meh, but I'm still pretty against it. Let me clean off my glasses. Talking about Yanni Gord here in the lineup. As we know, Yanni Gord scored that shorthanded overtime, not overtime, regulation goal where they won 1-0 to defeat the Islanders in 7 games. See if we get these glasses cleaned off. It's the only bad thing with kind of like glasses I have. I have astigmatism or something like that. I don't know exactly. And with it, I don't know. It's supposed to make your eyes bad at night, so they have me get these certain lenses. But at the end of the day, it just makes it a pain to clean because they get smudged real easy. Who do you think will win the series? If anybody wants to chime in, feel free to do so. Isn't it crazy, too? I started the live stream at 8:10. The game was supposed to start at 8, or theoretically that's what it's supposed to be, and I'm sure my hair looks crazy, and if so, I apologize. But it's crazy to me that it's supposed to start at 8:10. And guess what? Here it is, 8:21 Eastern Standard Time, that is. Still no game. We're in the anthem for Canada. Still have the U.S. to go. This very well could go to commercial break and get back 8:30. We could be starting. That's something they're going to have to fix. They never will, though. And I've said that in other live streams. I know you're all probably sick of me saying that. But I don't think they ever will. I don't know why they don't want to fix that. My mindset is, especially if you have kids, or like when I was younger and I wanted to watch sports, I would always say to my mom, like, oh, the game starts at this time. But I had like a pretty strict bedtime when I was a kid. And so when it was at bedtime, I was supposed to be teeth brushed, like all that good stuff, like in bed, lights out, TV off, all that good stuff when I was a kid. So it was really just frustrating growing up. Games are supposed to be on. Now in the summertime, it got a little bit better with the curfew or whatever. Not curfew, but bedtime. As I get my license, it really didn't matter. But yeah, like here it is, 8:22. We're still in the anthems, and it kind of stinks. Not to say the anthems are bad, but I just wish the game started at 8. GW says Montreal is my pick. I'd love to see them win it. Like I said in my preview for this series, which actually got a pretty good amount of views. I was happy with it. I would really love to see them win it. My best friend and I were talking about the Habs today. He's a big Habs fan. And we just going, not talking all like crazy back and forth, but just, throughout the day, like talking about our points on the series, stuff like that. He was talking about how he needed to get a Carey Price jersey. He has a Carey Price jersey. It was like a special edition jersey, but he's grown a lot. I mean, my best friend's probably like 6'4", 6'5", and that jersey he got when he was like 14 or 15. So he's definitely going to need a new jersey. I just know he's worried about school and all that. So hopefully he can get a Carey Price jersey because I know he's a big Habs fan. Jerseys, they can be expensive. That's for sure. They're always good quality, though. That's one thing I love about NHL jerseys. I love them more than any other jerseys. I'm not a big fan of basketball jerseys. People probably think I pick on basketball, but I just think that it's tapered off a bit. Now they're playing the American anthem, and we won't be getting the puck drop until at least 8:25. You guys got any plans the next few days or anything like that? Anything been good going on for you? Oh, also, I forgot to mention, if you are typing that down, you can keep messaging or typing that. Either way, I'm going to have one former Blue Jacket, win a Stanley Cup in this series. David Savard obviously played 10, 11 years with us. And then Josh Anderson, sad to see him go, but him with Montreal. So either way, I'll be happy for them. Am I going to root very hard for Tampa? Not really, but to see Savard lift the cup, that would be really nice and refreshing. And then I think we sent over 2 players over to the Maple Leafs at the deadline. We had Foligno and Nash, I believe is who we sent on over for them. I didn't figure they'd win the cup, and, they had that meltdown against Montreal. Just getting a lot of good looks at Nikita Kucherov and Steven Stamkos. This lady's got blue lipstick. It's funny to see just because I don't think I've ever seen blue lipstick. It's got like the glitter or sparkles or whatever in there as well. Kind of reminds me of the Hunger Games or whatever that is that what it's called? The Hunger Games, that book series. It turned into a movie. I need to clean my apartment this weekend. I usually am really bad about cleaning, but I will say lately I've been pretty good about making sure things are not as bad. I'm not saying perfect, but a little bit better. So too bad for you, Jeremy, that you have to clean the apartment. I hate cleaning. If I get enough money off of YouTube one day, I will pay a maid to do it, and I will pay her well, or him, I guess. But either way, I'll pay the maid boohoo bucks because I don't want to clean. And one thing we will have to keep an eye on for this series is the Carey Price versus Andre Vasilevsky, storyline there. You have two goalies that get paid boohoo bucks, and they get paid for a reason. Now, Carey Price had a rough regular season, I think, compared to standards, but they're in the Stanley Cup, so you can't complain too much. As the face-off goes off, Kucherov has the puck, just dumps it in for Tampa Bay to try to chase it. Blake Coleman takes a shot, but he misses the net. Yoni Gord played for the Canadiens. I forgot about that. Sergachev has the puck. Ben Schrott battling a Lightning player down underneath the net. Might get a chance here if, nope, Vasilevsky played the puck well. Always makes me nervous when a goalie plays the puck well. And at intermission, I'll tell a story of Vasilevsky from 2015 that I've probably mentioned before, and if I have, I apologize for it. But it still cracks me up every time I think back of this, because you never know how a player's career is going to turn out. Almost a really good chance. Let me see who I get my notes. It was point, yes. Cole Caulfield takes a shot, misses the net, goes back behind the net, or behind the post. Vasilevsky getting a lot of traffic up front, but he puts his glove down, covers the puck. One thing I am really sad about, hockey's almost over. I mean, at best, we're getting 7 games. That makes me sad. I was talking to my wife about that. I think it might have been today, maybe yesterday. But it just makes you sad when you realize it was a shortened season. We didn't get hockey in October. We got it was the first game in January, I think. It's January. So we get less hockey. I'm glad we got hockey, but still, just makes me sad. I know we got hockey in September because of the Stanley Cup Finals. Still, though, we'll see. Braden Point is going to be a big factor for this series. He is riding an insane playoffs performance. So many goals. He can score so well. Last year, he became a household name. This year, I think people realize that he could actually be I don't know, I might have to make a list about top 10 centers, but he is definitely, I think, a top 10 center in the league. Carey Price makes a stop. Things get chippy in the net. We'll have to watch throughout this series for the feistiness of this. These two teams play in the Atlantic Division together, have for the past 7 years, excluding this year. And, I think they played each other in the playoffs, I believe, twice. And we will see. This is the most important series they've played because this is the one where whoever loses this doesn't win the cup. Whoever wins this does. Oh, Cirelli's getting chippy with Anderson. I said before as well, Josh Anderson is going to have to step up. You have Cole Caulfield, Suzuki, I'd say, and probably Toffoli, that you could say these guys are going to contribute absolutely to the offense. But Josh Anderson's getting paid a lot of money. And he's only got 4, I believe, points in 17 games in the playoffs. Not going to cut it for a man that makes somewhere around $7 million. And he has 6 years left on the contract, if I'm not mistaken. Big fan of Anderson, though. I have a lot of faith in him. I don't know if it'll work out in Montreal. that one year was just tantalizing where it was that 2019-20 season, maybe it was 2018-19, where we swept Tampa. Josh Anderson looked like he could be the guy. So the last game that Jake Evans played in was that one where it was against the Jets where he got stretchered off. And it was Shifley, if I'm not mistaken, that was banned from the series. I can't remember exactly the word. Of course, I'm blanking on it. Where he got his ban, I guess you could say. But he'll be back for the first time against in the playoffs since that really, really rough hit. Gallagher doesn't have the puck. He fell down. It looked like he might have had it. Gallagher takes a shot. Really good look. However, Vasilevsky got that blocker side down. What makes Vasilevsky so tough, I've said this before, there might be statistics to back this up. This is just my opinion. He's a big goalie that moves around really well. I think he's 6'4", somewhere around that height. But he moves side to side very well. And for a goalie to be that big, but to also move around that well on a team that's got some good defensive pieces, that's going to be a good thing. Tell you one thing I'm not happy about right now. I've been trying to lose a little weight. I haven't been working out lately. I haven't been eating right. And I'm not saying that I'm eating so much better or anything, but I have been working out and I'm on a calorie deficit diet to lose a little weight. We'll see how it goes. But I tell you what, I think it makes me a little bit, not more cranky, but very like, I want this food and this is the food I'm going to eat. And it's going okay. It's not perfect, but if we can lose a little weight, that'd be good because it's getting a little pudgy in the stomach. Just battling in the neutral zone. My nose is itching like crazy. Point takes a shot. Came out. Montreal exiting their end, going into Tampa Bay's end. Sherratt has the puck. Dumps it underneath the net. Looks like Deneau's strong. Oh, we got a chance here. Toffoli takes a shot, but he missed. This is something we've seen from them. They'll come in that right side, and they'll shoot, and they'll hook it to the left. Toffoli battling underneath. Where is the... Okay, they had a weird line change. That's why Montreal didn't have a defenseman back at that blue line to stop the puck from going out. And I apologize for my nose itching, but it's itching like crazy. Stamkos gets the puck in. Obviously a big, big threat if he can stay healthy for this series. Ruda passes it over. Glove saved by Carey Price, and we'll get a face-off. Although I am pretty happy, probably in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I'll get to do a video where it's like a package reveal. I ordered 3 things off, or 3 Canucks things off the internet from a thing that's partnered with the Canucks, but they have more options in other places. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fun to get those. I worked a regional football game and made pretty good money in a short amount of time. Nothing crazy, not like $1,000 or anything like that, but enough to make it obvious that I was going to work the game because it wasn't a lot of work and it was a good amount of money and it went well and it was fun. Got to hang out with a guy that is graduated, and this is probably the last time I'll see him, maybe ever, I don't know, but it was good to work with him one last game. He's a cool guy. Armia almost had it. What is going on with my nose? I apologize. Who is that? That's Paul Byron. I think he'll be stepping off the ice. Corey Perry has the puck. Tried to go in, but there was 4 Lightning defenders around him as he tried to enter the Lightning zone. Didn't make a lot of sense there. He didn't have any help. this fourth line could play a big, big part for the Canadiens as well. You've got Corey Perry. I know he's not what he used to be. Eric Stahl, again, I know he's not what he used to be. However, if they could turn it on for this playoff or this Stanley Cup Finals, I know they've been playing in the playoffs as well. They're not just going to suddenly turn on an extra switch, but if they can get things going a little bit like how they used to, it would be amazing. And it seems like from what we're seeing here, this is a thing before the game, and it looks like the ice might be sauce. I don't know what you want me to say there, but it looks like the ice is a little weird. I don't know what's going on there, but 2 Montreal Canadiens players fell in warm-up separate occasions, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. I know the temperatures have been really high this summer around the nation. I imagine it's pretty hot in Tampa. My wife's sister kind of lives out by there. I'll have to ask her and see what the temperature's like, what it's been like out there, because maybe the ice is going to play a big factor for this. Tampa Bay might be a little bit more used to this, and you don't want to say that this could be the reason they win the series, because this isn't the only reason. However, if they're used to, and Tampa Bay scores. Aaron Chernak, or is it Eric Chernak? I always say his first name wrong, and it's very simple. I think it's Eric Chernak. My nose. I apologize. I'm just going to cut it off. It's a 3-on-2. Braden Point being Braden Point. Good defensive play there. Gets his stick active. That 3-on-2 by Montreal gets in there, breaks it up, and then they go into the transition game. Chernak is just able to put it up top right over Carey Price's shoulder. I don't even know if his glove got up there, and I'm apologizing for my nose. I don't know why it's so itchy. And Jeremy, I will answer that question. No worries. We'll answer it during the commercial break to kill time, I guess. But yeah, that didn't take too long. 13 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first, and Chernak gets that first goal for the Lightning. Shots are 4-4 right now. I'm going to pull up something else that kind of gives me a little bit more stats to work with. And that's Chernak's first career postseason goal. So what a way to get your first playoff goal. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals to give your team the lead. And the Lightning are 12-2 in scoring first. That's not a good sign for Montreal. We'll have to see if it will stick here. Crazier things have happened, especially with Montreal's run. And actually, they had a 4% chance of making the finals once the playoffs started. Here they are. Your odds can be terrible, but you can still make it if you band together and just – they've had some luck along the way, but they've really played well. The PKs looked good, and I'm going to cut off my nose because it's itching like crazy. Don't do this to me now, Wi-Fi. Okay, it's fine now, but as soon as I say that it was act up, I know the Wi-Fi's been a little funky here lately, but I'm going to refresh it real quick just so that way we don't have to worry about that. I do pay for stats, yes. I will go through the ones that I do pay for as soon as this loads. And please don't do this to me right now during a live stream. All right, it's back on. It's just taking a second to load. I pay for Hockey Viz, which kind of gives you things of where teams are getting their shots from, stuff like that. And so you can – I'm dying. I'm actually dying. And then you can see where goalies make their saves where they struggle the most to give up goals, stuff like that. And then also Evolving Hockey, it kind of gives you some good information. And Hockey Viz is a monthly thing that you have to pay for, whereas Evolving Hockey, I believe you can do 6-month increments, maybe a year. I don't remember. Please don't do this to me now. I apologize. I'm going to get out of it and then see if I can get back in it. And then there's another one that I get a lot of great information from, and it is free, and that's called Natural Stat Trick. And that is free, and you get a ton of great information off that. I'd honestly say that that's probably where I get the most information from. I'm going to disconnect from my... Well, no, wait, I can't do that because of the live stream. I apologize. Never had an issue with this during a live stream. Of course, we have an issue with my nose, but... And it's loading. You know what, Jeremy? I will answer your question now about the diet while this loads. One thing that I think I've changed is we drink pop all the time, but I think we're more based around water because with that calorie deficit thing, you really have to make sure that your calories count. I don't want to drink, 2 glasses of Coke and then have whatever it'd be like 1,400 calories remaining for the day. And then I'm just going to be hungry when I could have used that to eat and get food in me. So I think I've been drinking a lot more water and drinking less milk. That is big for me. I drink milk straight out of the gallon. My wife doesn't like milk. I would drink that. That's got a lot more calories than I expected it to have. So basically, the only time I do that is if I'm eating a dessert, if I have extra calories, and then if I am having cereal. And so that's a big thing there. The milk, I didn't expect to have as many calories. I buy whole milk. What do you know? It's got a lot of calories because it's pretty fatty, but who'd have thunk it? I apologize. I'm literally about to go off screen and fix this. I don't know what I'm going to do, but 9 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first. My game's going slow, but we are getting some connection to where we're able to keep up a bit. Montreal has the puck, and I can talk more about that diet thing if you're interested at the commercial break. It's up to you. I'm sure it's riveting to hear me talk about dieting or whatever, but if you want to hear it, I can talk about it. Byron has the puck. Dumps it in. Icing. Offsides. Penalty. Let's see what we're getting. But yeah, if you want good stats for free, Natural Stat Trick gives you a lot of stats. All right, we're at a commercial break. That's fine as well. So the shots have been even 4-4. Scoring chances have actually been even. It's been in a fairly even game as well. It's been all 5-on-5, which is good for Montreal. You don't want to go on the PK wall. It has been good. That's not a recipe for success. But pretty even, just kind of a bad break there. Braden Point being Braden Point, getting his stick active and getting it into a transitional game where they're able to score with Chernak, getting his first playoff goal. Now, let's see for the Lightning, who's had the best start. So I swipe around here. It looks like Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman have had the best start for the Lightning. And if anybody's... your live stream is a little jumpy and cutting out words, hard time telling what you said a few times. I'm going to try to... Okay, it's better now. I hate this Wi-Fi. I really do. They make you pay a lot to live here, but it's ridiculous. Did anybody hear what I said? Because I said a while back ago, this isn't on you. This is all on the Wi-Fi or anything like that, so don't feel bad or anything like that. If you want to ask more questions about the dieting, you can feel free. But if you also want to ask other questions, you can as well. I'm just kind of filling you guys in on the stats or whatever. We have Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman having a really good start. Chernak having that goal, but one thing to keep an eye out for him is not looking good so far defensively for him. We'll have to keep out for that. But Braden Point struggled a little bit as well. That'll change, I guarantee, by the end of the game. Luke Richardson, the interim Montreal Canadiens head coach. Luke played 14 seasons in the NHL. He played 1 season with the Tampa Bay Lightning. On this Wi-Fi, can somebody let me know if this is even still working? I don't know if it's jumpy or not. I apologize. I don't even know if I can disconnect from the Wi-Fi and reconnect to you guys. I might try that if it's jumpy. We got the game going back on here. 8:53 left in the first shot. Still 4-4, fairly even game. However, Tampa Bay leads 1-0. Let me know how you guys feel about the Habs blue jersey this year. I was a big fan. Victor Hedman has the puck. Pass was cut off by Corey Perry. Kotkaniemi clears the puck. Not sure why he did that. Yeah, I have tried the oat milk. I like that a lot more than almond milk. I'm just always been a milk drinker. Like my family, I was as a kid, my mom was like we were struggling financially, so my mom worked a lot of jobs. So I stayed with my grandparents. My grandpa and I would just fill up whole glasses of milk and eat waffles for breakfast, like the fattiest milk you can imagine. And we drink that on in. So it's like a thing I was raised with. Don't like almond milk for whatever reason. I don't like the texture. I don't really like the taste too much. But oat milk's not bad. I try to do that with a lot of my smoothies and stuff like that. But when it comes to dessert, it's going to be the whole milk. It's got to be the whole milk. Otherwise, I can't do it. I'd rather drink water than have like almond milk or anything like that with my dessert, which is really tough because I found out how many calories peanut butter has. So, yikes. My hair probably looks crazy. I'm trying to look at my phone to see what it looks like. 7:11 left on the clock. We're going back to a commercial break, and it seems like, fingers crossed, not flipping you off, fingers crossed, the Wi-Fi is okay now. But yeah, the oat milk, I don't mind as much as the almond milk. I don't like the almond milk at all. My wife's, she likes the almond milk. Colin, you're not going to get me, bud. You're not going to get me, okay? This is one of my buddies, and we've been best friends for a long time and done a lot of dumb stuff together, but he's a good guy. Any more drama lately, Colin, or no? And you know what? Since Colin's here, I'm literally going to just do this right in front of him. Just itch my nose because he knows what's going on. Nose has been itching like crazy. My hair looks crazy. I'm hungry. The game, the internet's wacky. But yeah, 1-0 Montreal, Tampa Bay with Chernak's first playoff goal ever. A fairly even game. Montreal just hasn't been able to bury the puck at all. Vasilevsky's good. What more can you say there? And yeah, we're at a commercial break. Yes, Jeremy, totally. I am devastated. Peanut butter has always been a big, big part of my diet. And I just would eat whole spoonfuls of peanut butter. I'd put it, I'd get the peanut butter banana like toast is a big part of my diet. The chocolate chips and the peanut butter. I mean, peanut butter is just something I eat every day. I haven't been able to eat it every day. I'm thinking about honestly just like not eating anything tomorrow and just eating all peanut butter, which I know sounds crazy, but I miss it that much. Colin says, no, all good on this end. Good to hear. He had a dramatic experience the other day. I won't really say anything about it, but I'm glad nothing is going on for him. But Jeremy, when my wife told me that that's how much calories were in a tablespoon of peanut butter, I about died. Lykinen gets the puck down, settles it. However, of course, Tampa Bay going into transition. Goudreau has the puck over and over. About to play some FIFA. You should FaceTime me later. We'll have to do that. Have to get me filled in on everything going on. Tell your mom I said hi as well. Getting chippy in front of Tampa Bay's in. I can't see who that was, but almost like a little cross-check there. It's Brendan Gallagher. Who did he? It looked like a cross-check. We'll have to see who it was and whether or not Goudreau and don't have him marked down are getting a little chippy as well. Ooh, Gallagher. I saw his hair. And I feel bad because I've always said that if I thought I was going bald, I'd just shave my head. Man got a good set of hair all the way around. And it's bald at the top. And I just couldn't do it. I'd shave my head off or at least get like a toupee or something like that. Should try low-fat peanut butter. Similar, but has a lot of calories. I might try that out. I just did buy a big thing of like my normal peanut butter that I get. And my nose, I apologize. I'm literally cutting it off. But I just bought a big thing of that, so I'll have to finish it off. But I might try it out. I don't know. I'm just tempted to, at this point, only eat peanut butter for my diet. That's all my diet will consist of, will be peanut butter. Maybe chocolate chips. And I know that's not healthy for you, but I don't care because I miss peanut butter that much. I want a Reese's cup more than anything right now. It's pretty bad. I actually used to take a big slab of peanut butter and put two together and flip one over and make a sandwich out of it and eat that. I have a peanut butter problem. Chernak goes for another shot, high slot. I guess why not? When you've already got a goal, you're feeling it. I might get a hat after this. I don't know. We'll see what the intermission gives us. 5:52 left in the first. Montreal has actually outshot Tampa Bay so far. And the weird thing, shots have been really low. They're only 5-5 right now. Actually, they just got a shot there. Tampa did. 5-5 at the end of the first. I don't know. I don't feel like it's been a bad first period. I just think that a lot of these shots have been wide, especially on Montreal's end. Oh, Jeremy, another fun website you can get stuff from it. I don't think it provides a crazy amount of information, but it's still a fun website nonetheless, is moneypuck.com. A lot of times when it'll track goals, like, you know, if Tampa was up 2-0 and then lost the game 3-2, what probability they had of winning when it was 2-0 at that time, which I think is always a fun stat to bring up. Hedman takes a shot, high slot, and again, more traffic, getting a little chippy down there in front of the goalies. We're going to see a big fight by the end of this series. The cup's on the line. These two teams don't like each other. They've seen each other multiple years before. They're not a big fan. Gallagher and Hedman are going to go at it. I will call that by the end of the series. They will get in a fight. Might even be by the end of the game. Another commercial break. But yeah, a Reese's peanut butter cup, peanut butter sandwich where there's two Reese's and the peanut butter in the middle sounds really good right now. I guarantee I don't have enough calories for that, though, for the rest of the day. I might go over. I might. I'm thinking about it. I have no idea what's going on with this live stream either. It keeps saying there's 0 people here, so maybe I am talking to myself. If so, not the first time. And I know this isn't really hockey related, but I did want to bring this up and hear your thoughts on it if you had any thoughts. And I'm not going to dog the company and say anything that would get me sued, but have you guys heard about all this stuff going on with Subway where, like, the tuna sub doesn't have any tuna? The chicken isn't complete chicken, stuff like that. I'm not going to say anything that gets me sued, but I just want to know what your guys' thoughts are. I don't really eat at Subway anymore. I'm a big Jimmy John's guy. I'd be afraid to see how many calories are in the meal that I eat with the gargantuan 2 chocolate chip cookies, chips, and a large cherry Coke, but we'll worry about that for another day. But yeah, crazy with all this stuff going on saying that that's not real. And we're back with the game here. Actually, it hasn't started, but they're talking about the physical play. If anybody's new and wants to like it or just to subscribe, that'd be really cool as I'm talking about Subway. They're probably thinking we got here for hockey and how he's talking about Subway during the break and peanut butter sandwiches with Reese's cups. What should we call that? I'll let you guys decide. Face off in Montreal's and shots are 7-5. Tampa Bay. They've actually had the past 3 shots. Never used to love Subway. Never even heard about that. Gonna have to look into it. Yeah, I mean, I figured the tuna didn't have actual tuna in it. I don't know what it would be, but I've never really gone to Subway and thought I want a tuna sub. A big dish my mom made that was pretty cheap when I was a kid that I liked a lot is tuna, mac and cheese, and peas. We used to eat that a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, Jeremy, I agree. I think they should be. I think at the very least they should have to say it's 38% chicken or whatever it would be. But I don't know. When I go to buy something, I expect it to be that thing, and I think that it's kind of crazy how that is. As we got a penalty on Barclay Goodrow, we'll have to take a look at what that is. 4:39 left in the first. Body check by Goodrow. Oh, he goes for it again when Gallagher doesn't even have the puck. Let me get a look at this. I don't want to say anything crazy here before. Oh, we don't get a look at it. The camera goes away to the puck. Makes sense, but he says there was a jab the broadcaster did. It seemed kind of light, but again, I don't have a camera angle, so I can't say. Montreal on the power play, this is the time you make it 1-1 and you tie it up. And the power play is 9 for 43 in the playoffs, 20.9%, 3 for 11 in the series against Vegas. They were stone cold the first few games against Montreal. We might get a shorthanded goal here. Cirelli has the puck. Cirelli shoots and it goes wide, thankfully. But as for the Subway thing, yeah, I'm going to look more into that, but I've seen multiple reports about it, and it makes me thankful that I ate at Jimmy John's. Now, do I think Jimmy John's is probably the greatest? I don't know, but I like that more than Subway. Montreal going in, down at the face-off circle. Poked off a stick. Oh! To Foley, if he would have been able to settle that down in the low slot, would have had a good chance to get a good look down low. Somebody got their stick active, though. He wasn't able to get the shot off. He wasn't even able to get his stick back on the puck. 50 seconds left on the power play. Cole Caulfield has the puck. Gets it over to Gustafson, who gets it on over to couldn't see. We'll have to reset, and there'll be a line change because Tampa Bay is able to clear the puck. And I'm going to say at commercial break what my 3 favorite fast food places are. I'm not exactly sure what it'll be, but Jimmy John's is probably up there at number 1. We'll have to think about it for a second. I might have said this before, but I'll have to think about it again. 18 seconds left on the power play. And Petrie couldn't settle the puck down, so we're looking at them not being able to retain possession in Tampa Bay's end. That's rough because they would have had another 18 seconds in Tampa Bay's end. Theoretically, had Petrie been able to settle that down. I didn't get a great look at it, so maybe he wasn't able to, maybe it was a weird pass, but it looked pretty clean. Paul Byron, a.k.a. Paul Bunyan in my terms, has the puck, gets tied up. Oh, past few minutes, Montreal struggled to get the puck over to the defenseman, and it gets out of the offensive end. And I don't know if I've told this story about high school, about how much I used to eat in high school, but I'll tell that story at the intermission. Minute and 43 seconds left in the first. Score still 1 Tampa Bay. Don't know what I said there, but 1-0 Tampa Bay. I'm speaking my own new language. The diet has got me in a whole other place I don't want to be. Shea Weber gets it into, and he just dumps it. Fair enough, fair enough. You get a face-off in the end because he gets enough on it to where Vasilevsky has to cover it. You'll get a face-off on the right circle. Kotkaniemi gets a big hit, but he manages to stay up, and that's before this is just a replay as we're waiting for the face-off. They might have had a really good chance there, Montreal. Scoring chances are 6-3 in Tampa Bay's favor for the first period. Braden Point gets it on over to Palat. You can tell they want to get it over to Kucherov. I actually might have just got a line change. Nope, he's down there. I didn't see him sneak past. 50 seconds left to go in the first period as we're under a minute here. Kucherov gets a shot. It's blocked. Kucherov lost his stick. Oh. Let's see what the penalty is. Who's it on? Ben Sherratt is going to be going into the box. It'll be a power play for Tampa Bay. Do not give up the goal here from Montreal. You don't want to go down 2-0 in the first. Oh. Cross-check by Ben Sherratt. Don't know why he did it. Kucherov already didn't have the puck. And we missed a slash call. But Sherratt, what were you doing there? The puck was already away from Kucherov, and then one of your players already had possession. There's no reason to take the penalty there. Now the team's on the PK with 45.4 seconds left to go. A face-off in their end. Yikes. I get bad vibes whenever Tampa Bay goes on the power play for good reasons. Kucherov had a great chance from a cross-crease pass by Point. Didn't go. Point just will take the shot. Hedman going back to Kucherov. Kucherov, who's down low? That's Killorn. They want that cross-crease pass. I don't know if they're going to go with Point or Kucherov, but they're just playing tic-tac-toe right there. Somebody lost their stick. Happened to be a Montreal player. We've got 5 seconds left to go. Montreal clears it. They're not going to get a chance here. It's going to be the end of the first. Tampa Bay leads 1-0 shot, 7-5 Tampa Bay. They've had the past 3 shots. Low shot total in the first period. A lot of shots just going wide, if I have to be honest. A lot of shots going wide. Let me see if I can get a look at the shot charts as well. And feel free to say your thoughts, say whatever, ask questions, anything like that. As we're in intermission, you can ask me about my diet, or you can ask about anything else. It is whatever, but I don't think it was a really lacking entertaining first period. I thought it was pretty fun. So maybe it's because it's the Stanley Cup. I love to watch the Dallas, New Jersey, the Dallas, New Jersey Stanley Cup Finals on YouTube. Actually, I was born a few months before they won the Cup. That was my dad's favorite hockey team. So, I am a good omen. Dad, if you're watching, which you aren't, no worries. We'll talk next time I see you, and we will say I am a good omen. I got the man. How many cups did I get him? I got him 2 after I was born. My brother was born. They haven't won a single cup. You see what I'm saying here? What do you do to work out? Okay, well, let's see. I use a band, a heavy resistance band. It is the heaviest resistance band you can get. Just do a bunch of arm stuff as much as I can do before I get tired. And then I do ab workouts. I don't really need to do a leg workout. All my weight goes basically to either my stomach or my legs. So I really don't have to do a lot of leg workouts. I still have pretty big thighs that are that sounds weird, but my legs are still pretty strong. So I just do a lot of arm workouts. And then, like I said, it's about every probably 6 minutes that I can't do any more arm workouts because I think I'm going to die. and then I just kind of like do it where you lay on your back, but then you raise your feet up to a certain level, not crazy high because you don't want it to be crazy high, but enough to feel your abs burn. And a big thing that gets me through it, I'll do it for about anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes, but I will play on my phone while it's happening, but keep like good form, but just make it to where I can go longer, but also not have to be like thinking about it. So if you play on your phone or whatever, I think that helps you go longer with the ab workout. I've also got a roller where I can roll out. I haven't used it in a minute, but it has been day 5 consecutively of me working out. I'm hoping we can get out on the lake and just use the canoeing as a workout for a few hours to get my workout time, because if you row hard enough, you're going to get a good heart rate going. And yeah, that's basically my workouts. I know I should do more cardio, but I just don't like it. Trying to see here. I want to see how Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. I didn't hear a lot of Nick Suzuki's name in the first period, which is weird. Really, really weird. Played 5 minutes in the first. I don't need that, actually. That's the wrong thing I need. Let's see in general. So with Suzuki out on the ice, we got 6.5 minutes of playing time. They were outshot 3-4, or 4-3, I guess I should say. And he was he out there on the ice when they scored? Yes, he was, and pretty even for scoring chances. And oh no, not bad. You'd probably just like to hear his name a little bit more in the first. Tampa Bay's been able to get shots down low. I think that's a big difference for Montreal. They struggled a little bit to get those shots down low. Although part of it is, you see those shots and you say, okay, did they manage to stay there the whole time? They've been getting pretty good looks, but also the transition game for Tampa Bay is a big thing to keep an eye out for. If you guys have any workouts, with resistance bands that you want to show me, I do like a lot of the curl stuff. I'll put it over and like pull it up, like stretch it out and like do that, all that. I'm not wearing a tight shirt. I didn't want to like be on here today and be like, I've been working out 5 days in a row. Look at the gains I've made. So I wore a little bit looser of a shirt today. And I guess we'll see the results later. I'm going to have to weigh myself probably tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't want to like wear a shirt that's traditionally more tight and be like, look at me. But yeah, hearing Nick Suzuki's name a little bit more in the first would be nice. I barely heard it. Also, Toffoli, he was kind of quiet. I heard Caulfield's name a few times. And if you are new, feel free to ask any and all questions. I will probably answer it. I don't know if anybody that's on here is new, but even if you're not new, ask any and all questions. I'm here to just kill time in between the intermission, and feel free to ask it even when the game's going on. Don't know why the Wi-Fi was wonky earlier, but here we are. Things are going back to normal, and life is good. We can take a look at – 1 second. I want to see – I'm going to see who leads for or is second for points for the Lightning in the playoffs right now. Kucherov's got to be first. I'm not going to lie there. He's got to be leading by a country mile, as they say. And there's a road out where I live. It's actually about 30 minutes out where I live. I call it Hillbilly Road, and it's probably the most beaten down road that has no gravel, no pavement. It's just like silt. And you'd hate to get stuck out there because you need a tow truck for sure to get you out, and I think they'd struggle to get you out. When it rains, you can't go back there. Do we have playoff stats? Yes, so Kucherov leads by a pretty good margin. He has 27 points in 18 games played, which is crazy. Then, of course, you have Braden Point with 18 games played. Guess how many goals he has? 14. and 20 points in general. Killorn looking good. Stamkos, Hedman, Cirelli, a lot of names you would expect over there. McDonough has 5 points, not too bad. Patty Maroon has 3 points in 18 games played. And then I think his name is Matthew Joseph. He's the only Lightning player, I believe, that doesn't have a point that's not a goalie. Yes, he has played 2 games, and he's only played about 9 minutes per game, so chances aren't plentiful. And it looks like Point has the most game winners with 5, or 3. And as hungry as I am, I'm going to spare you guys having to hear me eat chicken black bean quesadillas after this. I thought about eating on here, but I made you experience me eating peanut butter, so never again. I won't put you through it. I just can't do it to you. Hey, Cookie, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. Was it you that put a meme in the group chat earlier? I didn't see if it was you. I think it might have been you. I don't know if I responded to it. It's been crazy getting ready with all the stuff I've been doing today. Okay, yeah, that was a funny meme. You work out at the gym because it's easier to get motivated. See, my university does have a gym, but you have to pay for it over the summer. I mean, you have to pay for it for the normal year, but they just take it out of tuition. And I think I might go there. They just did get rid of the mask mandate or whatever for, like, if you're vaccinated or whatever. And that was the big thing. I didn't want to go to the gym and have to wear a mask because I'd suffocate. So I might go back. There's a lot of machines I hit up. I don't hit up the free weights because I really don't have anybody to lift free weights with. And I'm not trying to sound like a jerk or anything like that, but I don't know if any of my friends could, like, lift or, like, be a good spotter for me, except maybe one. A lot of the guys that I hang out with, that I'm friends with, are fairly thin, and they don't work out a lot, so I'd just be worried. Do I play NHL 21? I do not, but I'm going to get NHL 22 for the first time in, like, forever. There's a lot of things. That's a big thing there, that they could fix so many things on that video game to make it even more fun, but they don't. I think that a big thing they could do is make it more like 2K, where you get more interviews, stuff like that, and you have more freedom, like more control over yourself, stuff like that. I play on PlayStation, although I really don't. I don't have the 21, but I will get 22. And just play it every once in a while. I'll probably just play it if my wife goes to sleep. She doesn't fall asleep. She usually doesn't fall asleep before me, but if she does, I usually just kind of am a night owl, and so I figure might as well have something to do. And snack, that's been a big thing. I used to snack all the time if she was asleep. I can't do that now because of calories. You want GM connected back in 2022? Hopefully it does. Are they allowed? I know that for MLB, the show, you can create stadiums now. That'd be really cool to do. I don't know if the Chell, as we can call it, does that. And my nose is itchy AF. So this is the 33rd Stanley Cup Finals appearance for the Montreal Canadiens. I think they've won 25. They don't have a lot of losses in the Stanley Cup. Now, I imagine part of that is probably them back, the 70s were good to them. The back end of the 70s, they won 4 straight, I think. And then, 40s, 50s, 60s, they were just a machine. Crazy to think that the Maple Leafs won a good amount of the – I don't remember what decade it was. It might have been the 40s or the 50s, but the 60s were fond of them as well. And here we are later. My uncle was born in 68, and he's, 53 now? And that would mean that he was born after the last time the Leafs won the Cup, which is crazy because I don't think he's like ancient or anything, but it's just weird to think that we live in a world where, I haven't been alive for the Maple Leafs to even make it back to the Cup Finals. Now, again, I'm a fan of the Canucks and the Blue Jackets, so I can't say too much. Almost got my pin on there. I'd hate to do that, but I can't say too much. Vancouver has made it 3 times, lost all 3 to the Islanders, Rangers, and then the Bruins. I am saying they lost to the Islanders. They lost to the Rangers. I think the next team we're going to lose to is the Devils, because you have New York Islanders, New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils. I'm telling you, that's the next team we're going to lose to in the finals. I'm calling it now. I don't know what year that'll be, but that's, we're going to get the holy trinity of the new beating us. But yeah, I'm not going to dog on them too much, just because, look at me. I'm a Canucks and Blue Jackets fan. There's not really anything to brag about too much. But it's crazy, because you would think in that time, 1967 is a minute. Let's see, it was either 93 or 94 was the last time that they were in the conference finals. They called it something else at the time, I believe. But, that's a minute. That is a minute. No, wait, I take that back. I think they might have been in the conference finals against Carolina back in 2002. Maybe. And if not, they lost in the second round to them. I don't think it was the first round. When you're like me, you just watch old hockey documentaries at night. And I don't mind it at all. In fact, I love it. I just wish they made championship documentaries a little bit more accessible than they are now. I don't even know if they still do them. Still stuck in intermission, unfortunately. And we're at the point, since hockey's almost over, I wouldn't mind all overtime games. I know that I'm usually like, oh, good grief, like I'm hungry, but I don't want hockey to end. I don't know when the KHL plays their season, but I'm desperate enough to watch the KHL, which, they've got some good players over there, so I don't know where you'd watch it. They might have a KHL network, maybe. I'm just not ready for it to end. I want to try to get more into the CHL, Canadian Hockey League, and watch that. I just don't know where you'd go to watch that. You guys have any thoughts, anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, anything? Maybe you can confess your love to somebody out here. I don't know. Looks like intermission's almost done. Also, have you guys seen that thing going around today where everybody's trying to put the Venmo thing on their story because they'll get like $500 or something like that? It might be more than that, but just about everybody I know has put it on there. I don't have Venmo, so I don't even know if I could do it, but I'm thinking about throwing it on there if I can. Let me go. I would have to imagine Suzuki would have a pretty good chance of having the point lead for the Canadiens if the Wi-Fi works. Actually, I thought a really fun video, you guys can tell me if you'd actually want this over the offseason or not, would be talking about the Montreal Maroons, which was a NHL team for like 14 years in the NHL, and I'm pretty sure they won at least 2 Stanley Cups. I don't know if you guys would actually want to hear about that in the offseason, like that type of video talking about the Montreal Maroons. But if you did, I'd cover it. The score is 1-0. Tampa Bay. Eric Chernak. Eric or Aaron? I'm looking that up. Chernak had his first playoff goal. It was by the Canadiens had a 3-on-2, but Braden Point got his stick active, got it going in the transition game. Chernak got the goal over Carey Price's shoulder. Deal or no deal? Canadiens acquired Jack Eichel, 6th-round pick. Sabres acquire Kakanyemi, Romanov, whatever you say his name. I always mess that up. So you get 2 firsts. That's tough. I don't know if you could. The biggest problem is figuring out the cap. I don't know. Kakanyemi is going to have a new deal coming up. Romanov, his name's pronounced so many ways. You could be getting 2 young players. I'm going to pass just because I feel like the cap would get really weird. And it'd be hard to justify to your fans that, okay, we got a guy that has struggled in Jesperi so far in the league. I'm a big Jesperi fan, by the way, but he's struggled a little bit in the league. He hasn't lived up to expectations, I'd say, so far. And then you'd have Romanov, who's young and we haven't seen a ton, so that could backfire. And then Paul Byron, I like Paul Byron, don't get me wrong. But then 2 first-round picks, and this first-round pick would be pretty – it wouldn't be too sexy. So I'm going to pass, which maybe some people would be crazy. That's too much with the injury Eichel has. Now, see, that's another big thing that I've talked about, too, that I've thought about maybe doing a video for that if you guys would want that as well. We have no idea what Eichel's going to look like coming back, which I think is why teams might fade just a little bit for this trade for Eichel. They might wait till the middle of the season. I don't know, but I don't know if teams are going to be as keen to, trade for Eichel because you have a back surgery that he's going to need. That is a scary thing. I don't know if somebody would really want to give away all their assets and then get somebody, which I would never want this to happen. I always want players to be healthy, but maybe his career gets derailed by this back injury, and now you've got all that money on the cap. That's going to be something to keep an eye out for, too. Second period has started. There's about a minute remaining on this penalty for the Canadiens. Who was it? Sherratt. They got called for cross-checking. It was – don't remember who it was, but somebody got called for Sherratt got called for cross-checking a Lightning player in the first. You can do more deal or no deal questions, Cookie. I like these things. They were always fun. I'm not forgetting about that video, by the way. Once that offseason happens, I will do those, and you can throw as many questions as you want at me for those deal or no deals. I like them. So if you want to keep throwing them my way during the video, that's fine by me, or the live stream. Hedman has it. 10 seconds left on the power play. Kucherov, it gets it over to Point. Point passes it on over to Killorn. Killorn gets it back to Point. Point passes it back to Point with a really good low slot shot. Can't get it to go. Herniated disc in his neck. Okay, I thought it was his back. That's scary. That is scary. That's a pretty major surgery. Yeah, I'd hold off. I know it's not, because it could pay off to where you get Eichel for another year, but I might wait just to see if he is healthy. Montreal in Tampa Bay's end. Tries to go 5-hole, doesn't get it to go. And because of the weird shot that goes with that bounce off the pad, the puck slides into the neutral zone. Tampa Bay has it. Couldn't get it to settle down at that blue line. I don't know why I feel so tired. I shouldn't be. Stamkos takes a shot. No, he doesn't. He fakes it. Carey Price was ready for it, though. Carey Price has seen a lot of shots and, hesitations in his time. Cirelli's down low. Cirelli will get in a fight with the Habs players by the end of the series. I can guarantee that. And then I can guarantee that Gallagher will probably get in a fight with Hedman by the end of this series. I'm expecting a good fight. It looks to be a pretty big size difference, though, but Gallagher looks feisty. Killorn, just a beautiful behind-the-net pass up to Point in the low slot. I think it might have either went just over the net or hit the post. The angle was really weird. Play stops here. Cookie says deal or no deal. CBJ acquires Sam Reinhart. third-round pick. Sabres acquire the Lightning first-round pick. And then they get Elvis. Probably a deal for me. Because we have Kivlenieks that we just go on and on and on about in the farm system. Let him play. Let him be the backup. I would let him go. Get Reinhart. Get the third. Because Reinhart has been really valuable the past, well, his career, really. But, we have Korpisalo, which I still have faith in. And nothing against Merzlikins. I would put Korpisalo in this spot too. But we have Kivlenieks, and everybody goes on and on about him. So, yeah, I'd make the trade. And your GM said he wants a center for line A. See, the problem is I don't think it's necessarily a center either. I think that we just need somebody that can keep up in transition. I'd like to see Domi paired up more with line A. Or somebody that can really stretch the puck out. And I'd like to see Seth Jones traded, but we'll see how that goes. And then the Canucks have that really good guy that's in our farm system, Mike DiPietro. I think that's how you say his last name. I've heard a bunch of, Gary Price with a killer save. Stamkos right out there in the open, just below the face-off circle by himself. Wow. Carey Price, glove save, no big deal. Oh, yeah, Reinhardt's underrated. So underrated. He is for sure a top 6 guy. And the fact that he was able to put up the production that he did with such a bad Buffalo team, that's huge. Now, one thing I wanted to say, too, is Buffalo cannot hinder Dahlin's development. I know his offensive numbers were down, but he got paired with somebody who was like a black hole offensively this year. Also defensively. I can't remember his name, but they need to pair him with somebody else because the amount of time that he played with that guy was ridiculous and the results were really bad. I think he posted fairly decent numbers with everybody else that he got paired up with, but with that guy, the numbers were terrible. And he played a ton of minutes with him. Shots are 10-8 Tampa Bay. They have the puck as they're routing, and I don't know why. Be back soon, no worries, Cookie. What's your guys' favorite food, if anybody's here? What's your go-to food, dessert, snack? I want the 3. Food, dessert, snack. McDonough's got the puck, and I know he doesn't put up a ton of points, but you could always pair him with somebody that would. I don't know who he's playing with on that pair. I need to see. They got Point playing crazy minutes. I want to see how many minutes he's playing right now. It's been a minute since the Canadiens have been able to get a line change going. They're going to need to clear it here soon. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. Edmondson's been out there like 2 minutes straight. Burger, homemade chocolate chip cookies, potato chips. I want all 3 of those right now in a meal. When I was growing up, my grandma, we had a neighbor that had horses next to my grandparents'. Point almost was able to get a shot off. Spins around. Jan Ruda tries to get the puck. 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second period. But yeah, when I was a kid, the neighbors had horses, 2 horses. One of them still alive. The other one just passed away a few months ago. And I would watch them, and my grandma would literally give me bowls of ice cream and let me watch them from their bedroom. Lightning scored. I'll finish this thought in a second. Blake Coleman with a goal. I said earlier Blake Coleman was looking pretty good. Gallagher looks mad. 2-0 Tampa Bay. Gallagher turned over the puck, that's why. Ooh, I have pretzels that I just bought today. I'm a big fan of pretzels. I'm going to eat some of those, actually. So there was a screen by Yanni Gourde down low. I don't think he got that deflected. I think it was Coleman's goal. But because of that screen down low, Price had no idea where the puck was. Rough. Good job by Yanni Gourde to set that screen. That's big. 2-0 lead is huge. I need to hear more about Nick Suzuki. I'm going to check his stats after this or during this intermission that comes up. But I barely heard it. I don't know if I've heard his name a single time. That'll be something, too. I want to see who he's been paired up against, what Tampa Bay's thrown out there for him. Stamkos gets it on over, and Killorn has it. Back to Stamkos. Stamkos tries to get a pass over cross crease to Savard, who obviously played for the Blue Jackets for over a decade. Brian Hoffman says steak. Oh, wait, I got to finish all my thoughts about that. As soon as we get a commercial break, I'll address all that. Don't know where I got sidetracked with that. I think it's because of the Lightning goal. Really, really good job by Yanni Gourde. Good job by Coleman to score, too. Oh! Evans takes a shot, and it misses the net. Seems to be a trend for Montreal. Corey Perry tried to get a good rush going. Trying to think if I've seen Eric Stahl at all tonight. I mean, I'm sure I have. I just haven't noticed him. What number does he wear with Montreal? He wears 21, right? Yeah, he does. There he is. I see him now. Shea Weber is right by Stahl. Stahl passes it to Shea Weber. Shea Weber dumps it in to get the line change. Still a low shot total for the game so far. 11-8 in Tampa Bay's favor as they lead 2-0 with 12 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the second. But low, we may finish with both teams below 25 shots. Chernak gets it to McDonough. Back to Kucherov. Kucherov is underneath the net, gets a little spin there, tries to get it over to Chernak. There we go. I heard Nick Suzuki. Excuse me, Braden Point, so he tried to get it on over too. Point, looking good. Looking like a good chance here. Might get it to Kucherov, couldn't get it. They still have nope, now they don't have possession. And I agree with, I think it's Eddie Olczyk that might be talking right now, saying that Montreal is going to have to get in deep to get these chances. They are not getting good looks right now. Two on one here. Weber taking the shot. He couldn't get it to go. It was just him. It was just him and Vasi. And I think it was a leg pad save down low. I don't know if he was going 5-hole. I couldn't tell, but yikes, that's the best chance they've had probably all game. Oof, you hate to see it. That was a good 2-on-1. Stamkos tries to go with the backhand, and it goes up into the netting. I think we're going to be getting a commercial break here. So back to my story, which is very riveting, I know. So when I was a kid, yeah, I'd watch the horses in my grandparents' room, like look outside or whatever. And she would just give me bowls of ice cream, and there was like a bucket that had like a lid that I would open, just full of potato chips, because she knew I liked potato chips. So I would just eat potato chips and ice cream for like an hour or two straight. And my mom always hated when I went over there because I just ate like anything and everything I wanted because they just got me whatever food I wanted. Drumsticks, all that stuff, like the ice cream drumsticks. Brian Hoffman says steak, ice cream, and chips. I could eat all that at once, all together. I wouldn't mind. Put it all on the same plate. I don't care. Jeremy says spaghetti, chocolate ice cream, and barbecue chips. Okay, I think you're my wife, Jeremy, because she loves spaghetti, loves chocolate ice cream, loves barbecue chips. You would get along great with her. She literally, her family makes really good spaghetti and meatballs. She makes it too. I've started to figure out how to make it. That's pretty good. But yeah, that's quality food. I would have that right now. Chips are my weakness, along with peanut butter, of course. But like from a salty perspective, chips all the way. Any food's my weakness if it's high in calorie content. I've never been a serving size guy. In fact, I'm going over today. I don't care. I'm just about to go ham. And we're at the commercial break. 2-0 Tampa Bay. I hate to see it. Seeing what time it is, it's 9:36. We'll probably get done with this game, I'd say around 11. I'm glad I worked out before this. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough time to work out before it. But here we are, halfway through the second period. Still waiting for a face-off. Shea Weber had that good look. If they can get that look again, even if it's not Shea Weber, which is weird seeing him so down low, but if they could get that look again with somebody else, maybe a goal. That's the thing. Vasilevsky's just so good. He really is. What's your favorite breakfast food, guys? Let me know. You're all basically going to have to hear me talk about food since I'm so hungry. I don't know if I have a favorite breakfast food. I'm trying to think. I love waffles, but like either like sausage or like sausage patties or like smoked sausage or like bratwurst cooked with it. I know bratwurst isn't very traditional, but I used to make that for myself. 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Taylor ham and egg cheese. Don't know what that is, but I'll have to look at that. But yeah, you get some waffles and like any form of smoked sausage or bratwurst. I'll be there. We'll have breakfast together. Waffles, yeah. See, that's my grandpa's favorite breakfast food, so I think it got passed down to me. Good save by Price here. 13-8, 13-9 shots in favor of Tampa Bay. I don't mind pancakes as much. I like blueberry pancakes the most, or chocolate chip. Those are always good. Yikes. Another long shift for the Canadiens. 2 minutes for some of their guys. And it's because Tampa Bay's been able to keep it in Montreal's end. These shifts are crazy long. Ideally, you'd like the shifts to be 30, 45 seconds around there. But like a 2-minute shift and it's still going. They're going to spend like 2.5 minutes apiece at the ice. Costa Rican sports fan says, "What's up? Finally back from the Indigenous Reserve, LOL. Glad to see you made it back safe. I know it's pretty rural out there. I don't know what it'd be like, if you got stuck on the side of the road or anything, but glad you made it back safe as we hit a commercial break. Hope you had a good time at the reserve. We got a reserve around here too. I just can't remember what it's called. Although it's obviously not going to be as rural as the Costa Rican jungle. If anybody's here that's new, doesn't realize it, I've been scratching my nose like crazy again. I don't know what's going on. It itches. And once this live stream's over, I'm just going to, like you won't believe, itch it. Now we've got it's called the Open for, I don't know if that's a PGA or what, but they're talking about that. Now we get a beautiful, comfortable beanbag commercial. We've been talking about food, Costa Rican sports fans. So if you want to leave your favorite meal, if you want to know, or can't even talk. I want to know. We're gonna start over. I want to know your favorite meal, dessert, and um, what was the other thing? Snack. That's what it was. Favorite meal, dessert, and snack. You have no idea about the mess going on in that town? Well, that's too bad. Jeremy, I think you're right. It is the Miami tribe, I believe. Well, Indiana is named the land of the Indians, which is what it was named after. So I don't know how many reservations are left here in the state. I know a lot of people got moved out to Oklahoma. Oh, and breakfast food, yeah. She said it's pretty. We take food serious here. I take my food serious. Jeremy's on lockdown. He's telling me the tribe that I couldn't remember. I thought it was Miami, but I wasn't completely sure. And then also the breakfast food thing that I forgot. I gotta look. What was that? Taylor ham and egg cheese. I'm gonna have to look that up at the break. Next break we get. So I follow the CHL, which is like the Canadian League, more than the NCAA. So for them, it's the Kelowna Rockets. But if I had to pick, probably like Ohio State, just Blue Jackets perspective. But like I follow more of the CHL. And one thing I will say, they need to do a better job of making it to where you can watch the games and stuff. Because I think we could get some money off this, and it'd be really fun to be able to watch the games like that. But yeah, probably Ohio State. But I will be honest, I feel like I follow the CHL more. I have the app on my phone, and I follow the CHL on Instagram and stuff. I'm moving to Canada, so it makes sense to keep up with it, I guess. Maybe get to work a few games for the CHL or something like that. That'd be really cool. Although the way that I broadcast, they'd be like, "We don't want you. We don't want you." I'd be probably a better radio personality. Montreal has a chance. It's Gallagher. Anderson takes a shot. Gloved down by Vasilevsky. But yes, Costa Rican sports fan, you are required to list all those things for the food you like. Just because I'm hungry and I want to think about the other food. Last night I was hungry and I stumbled upon like a steak page, and it was terrible because for probably like 10, 15 minutes I was just scrolling through all these different types of steak. Tyler Johnson, wasn't he a guy that was supposed to be like a bigger player for them a few years ago? I know he's not terrible, but I thought he was supposed to be like a bigger piece of the franchise. I don't know. I'm not going to dog on the guy because he's still a good player, I think. I don't know. I can't remember too well, but I mean, I never even played hockey because I didn't have the opportunity, but I probably would have been pretty bad. Fucking Yemi trying to get the puck. If he can get it over to Foley, they might be able to get a wraparound goal here. I don't know because Vassie's legs are so long, but we'll have to see. Dessert, red velvet. Yeah, that's my wife's favorite type of cake is red velvet. I like it a lot. Yeah, the good food. Yeah, you know, there's like I know there. Like I said before, there's a church in a town like over from where I used to grow up, where like it's like a Mexican church. Like most people that go there are Mexican. And they make homemade like Mexican food for like a bake sale every year. And holy cow, it's great food. When do you plan to move? Maybe right away after I graduate college. We don't know yet. And if not, we're going to save up to move there, probably outside the Vancouver area, not in Vancouver, but like east of Vancouver, so we can have our own land. And we are going to try to possibly like build a house. But yeah, my wife, she's got all this stuff planned out. You know it. You know it, Jeremy, definitely. She is a pointer. I am not. I am just a go with the flow guy, which is good because she'll be like, we need to do this. We need to do this. Like this coming up. I didn't even think about it. Good thing that you're here because I just go with the flow. But yeah, we're going to try to probably, we thought about maybe buying the land and then like getting like a trailer, which I know like it's not ideal, but like living in the trailer on the land and then saving up to like have the house built. Hold up, you're moving to Canada, not right away or anything like that. Theoretically, it could be years away, or it could be, I mean, also it could be like a year away. It just depends. If I'm going to apply to jobs in Canada, get my work visa if I can, and then try to become a Canadian citizen. But could be years. Either way, we're going to try to get there. We're going to try to live, try to get our Canadian citizenship and all that good stuff. Seems like an area we both wanted to move to. And I mean, I'm a massive Canucks fan. It's tied between the Blue Jackets and Canucks, but I will say I think that once we move to Vancouver, it'll be more Canucks. I think it is a little bit more now just because of like I follow the CFL, so I like the BC Lions. But yeah, we're going to try to move to Canada either within a year or in a few years. It's really expensive to buy a house there, though, so I can't imagine what the price would be to build one. A volcano blew up here or in Costa Rica. But yeah, in Costa Rica. Let me Google that. I was watching a thing about a volcano the other day. Let me look it up. Volcano eruption. Hopefully nobody was hurt. There was an earthquake in Indiana the other day, which was crazy because we almost never get earthquakes. Okay, nobody's hurt. That's good. Yeah, I'm looking at the details now. It's crazy. It's weird how they like basically just build up pressure or whatever and then, release. I couldn't imagine living in Hawaii. I know there's a lot of volcanoes out there and some of them are still active. I just wouldn't want to take the risk of being so far away from the mainland of the U.S. or, really any part of North or South America and, have it go off and then you have to like find a way to leave. Although I think the U.S. Navy might have a lot of ships out there as we get back in the game. The volcano, I'm not even going to pronounce that word because I don't think I can say it. Said it could get more intense. Hopefully not. Or at least if it did, hopefully it wouldn't affect anybody in a bad way. Although if you've never heard about it, there was a volcano that erupted in the 1800s that caused crazy effects. And then also they think that a big reason that the Mongol Empire fell was because of effects of a massive volcano eruption that led to famines across their empire, which led to instability, riots, other groups trying to, upthrow them. When Genghis Khan died, his sons, I'm pretty sure, just separated the empire anyway. But yeah, that's a fun fact not a lot of people seem to know, which is kind of fun. I don't know. I'll probably talk more about hockey. People are probably like, good grief, Hockey Brigade. All you do is talk about stuff that's non-related to hockey. Maybe that's what it's called. I think so. It was in Indonesia that blew up, I believe. I'll have to look it up. 5 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Shots are either 16 or 18. I can't tell, but Montreal has 11. Also, if you guys have not tried the Girl Scouts Thin Mint Blizzard from Dairy Queen, you guys got to give that a try. I had that the other day. That was like, I didn't eat a lot that day, so I was like, I'm going to, eat something really bad. But yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, I'll have to look up which one it was. I don't remember the name. I should because it's a pretty crazy volcanic explosion. Within so many miles, people's eardrums bursted. I don't remember how many miles it was, but Montreal takes the face off. Perry has the puck. He shoots. Dairy Queen failed there. It's definitely hit or miss with what they provide. I really like their Buster bars. Those are no good, which makes sense because I like peanuts a lot. Evans tries to get the puck out, almost turns it over to, who is that? Who are you? Show me your number. That's the tough thing. When players tuck in their jerseys, it is so hard to figure out who they are because the name usually isn't zoomed up enough. Sergachev takes a big shot from the high slot, top of the blue line, couldn't get it in. Tampa Bay dumps the puck in. Looks like it might be their fourth line out here. He said he did have a Dairy Queen. Ooh, Popeyes and Wendy's? That's terrible. I'm a really big fan of Popeyes. I'm not going to dog on Wendy's too much. Kind of like the Subway thing we talked about earlier. But especially lately, the ones I've been going to have been filthy, disgusting. Like, just disgusting. So I've stopped going there. Although one thing that I really like is their spicy chicken sandwich. Big fan of that. And when I was a kid, I don't think they have it anymore. They used to sell like General Tso's chicken, which seems like a really weird Wendy's thing to do. But that was really good, and I like to eat that a lot. I have no idea what that is, but I guarantee that it probably is the bomb diggity. Stamkos with a good shot. Anything similar to mint chocolate chip? Yeah, that's my favorite type of ice cream. Ooh, shot hit the post. Nobody can find the puck. You're right. What is this? This is Kenny. It's not Harlem. The other one. What is his name? He's broadcasting the game tonight. But yeah, the Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies, you know, they never stand a chance when they see me because I just finish off the whole pack. I put them in the freezer. I put a lot of my desserts, my candies and stuff like that. I've always put it in the freezer. I like it like that. My teeth are probably getting destroyed by it, but I put all my desserts and stuff like that, unless it's like peanut butter with chocolate chips. Like a lot of the stuff I just put in the freezer, and I'm telling you, don't ever think that it's not good because it is amazing. Put it in the fridge if you don't want to put it in the freezer, but a cold candy bar will do you justice. A Costa Rican sports fan, I could be wrong, but I'm guessing you're bilingual. And I am not. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and it was a disaster. Montreal scores. Mine must be behind. Let's go, baby. Who scores? Is it Dirty Bird, Corey Perry? Probably not. Toffoli? Question mark. Suzuki? Question mark. How far behind is my stream? This has got to be. I'm going to refresh this after the goal is scored, or at least during intermission, because mine must be fairly behind if Costa Rican sports fan is already saying Montreal scored. Because it's still 2-0. Byron battling along the boards. Anderson is hit. But you do the strangest things I've ever heard of. List the strange things I do. Putting stuff in the freezer, that's fair. Not a lot of people do that. I was weird. I am weird. I know it's not was, I am. I have a lot of weird things that I do, especially with food. Yes, they do score. Who was it, Sherrod? Had to update some people. Makes sense. I'm refreshing my feed because it is super far behind. But yeah, Montreal does score. It is 2-1, still Tampa Bay, but that's good. You go into the break, even if you don't get another goal here, you cut the lead in half. There you go. Jeremy's probably like, why does he do so many weird food things? Food is like, I'm not saying it's religion to me, but it's a very important experience of my daily life. I know some people that really could care less if they even ate in a day. I've got some friends that don't even care about it. Like they're just like, yeah, I'll eat. But like for me, like I will like, it's a very important thing. Usually the one behind, not the head. Yeah, I don't know. My Wi-Fi's been really wonky. Earlier, the stream was really struggling to go, but minute and a half left to go. Montreal, please do not let Tampa Bay score here with a minute and a half left to go in the third. Please, please, please at least make it 2-1 going to the break. I had a brain ploof there, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was Sherrod that got the goal, which makes up for that penalty he took earlier. Freezer food combinations, the way you eat peanut butter, some of the ways you talk are unique. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The Boston accent, they say, the Canadian accent, the Southern accent. And it's not an Indiana thing because people all the time here think that I sound weird and not from Indiana. But I was born and raised in Indiana all these years. I think I don't know. I talk weird. Montreal feeling frisky for goal 2. But yeah, the food combinations, I don't know. My dad is big like that where he'll do weird food combinations. I think that's part of it. One of his favorite things that he likes to eat is chicken nuggets and mayonnaise. And I gotta say, I am a big fan of eating chicken nuggets and mayonnaise. So I definitely got that from him. He will like put food together, different combinations, even if it sounds disgusting together. He will just he doesn't care. One of my favorite things that my dad does that I do as well, like father, like son, is he'll get mozzarella sticks from a place, but he'll also get nacho cheese. And it's tasty. It's really good. 33 and a half seconds left to go in the second, but he's talking about giveaways. I think Tampa Bay might have more giveaways than Montreal does. Jeremy's probably telling his friends, when he sees them after the live stream the next day, whatever, he's like, there's this guy I watch, and he's just a nut job, and he just anything and everything he'll eat in a weird combination. I'm trying to think of the weirdest food that I've ever had. I mean, I've had a lot of weird seafood. I feel like that's kind of weird. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about it, and he's a burger and fries guy. So when I was like, oh, I've had this, he's like, that's disgusting. I love seafood. Killorn has the puck, waiting for more help. There's 9.5 seconds left. Jeremy's like, he knows it's true. It's just like this whack job. There's 9.5 seconds left to go. There's going to be a face-off in Montreal's end. If I had to guess, Tampa Bay is probably going to do, I call it a pick and roll, kind of like basketball, where they get the face-off. They're probably going to have somebody where they get the face-off to and have somebody come on over, probably from the left wing, and try to rotate over to get a shot off. Although it might be from the right face-off circle. I think it will be, so you might try it the other way, which is good because they've got good right wingers. I mean, Steven Stamkos is not a winger, but I've seen him play on the wing before. I feel like Tampa Bay is one of those teams that definitely is not a traditional team where you will see the defenseman press up in the offensive end. That'll do it for period 2. Score 2-1 Lightning. And leave your thoughts, leave your comments, leave whatever down below. I got time to kill. We got this intermission and the rest of the game. And then I'm going to eat. And you know what? I'm going over my calories today. I don't care. I'm going to have peanut butter. I'm going to have chocolate chips. I'm going to have milk. It's going to be great. I'm going to look up something. Really glad that they were able to get that goal because going into the third with it being possibly 2-0, that would have been really, really, really rough. You might have pulled the goal earlier than you wanted to, which I don't know what the exact percentage is, but 95% of the time, it's probably not going to do you any justice. I've got a good question for you guys. And this is where Jeremy's going to be like, why? Why would he ask that? But if you're a potato, what way would you like to be cooked? And as while you think about that, I'm going to answer Cookie's question. Well, I don't like the flames, so I don't want you to pick them. I'd say I'd say either the Jets or the Ducks. I'll let you pick, but I'm definitely not the Flames. I don't like the Flames. But yeah, you could even do Seattle, but I'd say either Jets or Ducks. You pick. I really like those Ducks orange jerseys that they do. It's important to have cheat days. See, the problem with me is I think every day is a cheat day. I think that's a big problem. Uncooked? Okay, yeah, sure, that works too, yeah. Raw potato. I'm going to say that I would want to be wined and dined. I'm going to say Anaheim is heads, Winnipeg is tails. But I want to be wined and dined. I want my baked potato to be nice and crispy on the outside. And then I would like to be cut open with a knife. People are probably wondering why we're even having this conversation. Imagine coming into this. And then I just want butter galore, just spread everywhere and mashed. And then I want some salt and pepper and some bacon bits and some cheese. And you know, while you're at it, either throw in some A1 steak sauce or some Frank's Red Hot sauce. And then, you know what? Forget bacon bits. You're putting real bacon on me. And forget, you know what? We're going to add steak too. You're going to put steak on there. That's the type of potato I would like to be. Ducks, it is good. I was hoping it would be Ducks. I don't know why. It just felt like a preference for them. He's going to win a cup, and he's going to let me know when this is done. This is Dome Forn. I'm too dumb to get it. This has been some foreign. I'm going to say that's probably fun. This is some foreign. I'm going to Google foreign and see if that's a real word. Foreign is, oh, yes. Okay. I got you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Jeremy's right, though. I've got a food addiction. It's a miracle I'm not on my 600-pound life yet. I like that show a lot, too. Watched that the other night, but you know, my dad got up to be about 350, or not 350, 330 pounds, but he's, you know, probably about 220 now. But that's a big concern for me. I don't want to get big. A1 on potatoes, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hear me out. I put like I'm blanking, the Frank's Red Hot sauce on just about everything, but I also put A1 on there. But yeah, A1 on potatoes, trust me, it's not bad. I wouldn't say do it on a bunch of potatoes, but if you have one baked potato and you've got like a big meal and you feel like you could, you know, just put a little bit on there, just a little bit on the side. I'm looking at these icebreaker questions, and I'm not gonna lie, they all stink. And they're all really weird. Where it's like, I don't even know what I was about to say, but like something you would go to college and they would ask, like in your orientation. The potato question was important. I will stand by that potato question, and I'll live with it. I don't mind. That one was a good question. And I will get back to hockey. I will. You know, people are probably like, good Lord, man. I'll get back. I'll fill you in some info here. If I can click on this. So let's take a look. It was definitely more of the Lightning's period in the second period. Definitely more their favor. So I am glad that the Canadiens were able to get a goal, but it was off a pretty far away goal with Sherratt. That's concerning. You can't have a lot of those goals come off the blue line. If you're going to be Montreal, you're going to have to get them up close. And a weird thing that I forgot to talk about for the Vegas Montreal series, I'm going to put this pin down, is the fact that most of their goals came from their defensemen. The top six forwards really didn't produce a lot in that series. Let's take a look at how Suzuki's doing now. Yawning so bad. If I could switch lives with one NHL player, who would it be? Can it be current or can it be former? This is for bond. Yeah, you're darn tootin'. This is no longer a hockey live stream. This is for bonding purposes only. Brian, if you let me pick a former one, I'll pick that, and then I can pick one for four. You know what? I'll just say it. Yager with the mullet and the party lifestyle, and just getting the speeding tickets would just be so fun to be Yager in the '90s. It'd be fun to be Yager today. Now, if it was a player today, that's tough. I feel like a lot of the players today are more tame. They're not as big partiers and stuff. Yeah, the player better not be married. Yeah, if I picked Ovechkin, she'd probably punch me in the face considering his wife's a model. She's not my type, though. She's not my type. Not to say that she's ugly or anything, but she's just not my type. Let me think. I need a player that parties hard. I feel like Pasternak of the Bruins would be a pretty fun one. It seems like he likes to party. It seems like he likes to have a good time with his teammates, be goofy, stuff like that. I think he'd be a fun guy to be. Yeah, things are not going well for Suzuki. Let me look at Cole Caulfield. Sherrod? It's not exactly been in his favor. I mean, probably everybody right now has not got great numbers for Montreal, but Cole Caulfield, he's outshot him, outchanced him as well. So Cole Caulfield's had a decent game. Suzuki, it's kind of been there's been some stuff. Now, what we really wouldn't want is for me to pick a player that's married that their wife would be my type. Otherwise, I think my wife would come in here and beat me with a hammer or something like that right away. But a lot of the players' wives are just not my type. I'm not a stick and bones kind of guy. And I know that sounds rude, but some of them, they just are so thin, it's crazy. They almost worry about their health. But to each their own, I guess. I always say I like my women like I like my pizza, thick. Watch that backfire on me in a few years. I'm not going to lie to you guys. These icebreaker questions are probably the worst thing I've ever read in my entire life. They're pretty stale. Yeah, I've been saying that for a minute. My wife hates when I tell that to anybody that's new. I tell it to her friends anytime I meet one of her new friends or whatever. Or I think really a lot of the time it was when I met her friends that she'd been friends with in high school, and we didn't really hang out a lot in high school like her friends and me. But we were at a party, Halloween party, and I had a little bit too much to drink, and I was just like, with my drink in my hand, I was like, I like my women how I like my pizza, thick. Although I might have added explicitives in there, but yeah, that's a good phrase I came up with. Oh, this one was a good one, guys. When you were a child, what was your biggest dream? I'll tell you my biggest dream right now, and I don't know why I thought I could do this. I thought I was going to be an NHL player, an NBA player, an MLB player, and an NFL player all at once. Not like, okay, I retire and go on another sport. I thought I was going to do it all at once. Who does that? Who thinks that? But yeah, I was like, I'm going to be, shooting threes one night. Next day, I'm going to be scoring goals. Then I'm going to hit a home run in the World Series. Then I'm going to throw a touchdown. Like, what kind of kid, like even like logically, you would think a little bit of logic would squeak through. No, I was going to be all four. And at best, I probably would have had my best chance to be a professional football player. But I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would have just got to play college, and then that probably would have been the end of the story there. I would have just probably played college, and then they would have been like, we're not even going to give this kid a look. Brian said that they thought they would play every pro sport at the same time. See, I've said that before, and people look at me like I'm a weirdo, but I think that's normal, right? Like, who's to say I'm not going to make bank from all these leagues? Like, I'm going to be making fat stacks of cash. Like, that was the mindset. Didn't work out, unfortunately. I'm not somebody that is on the TV. I'm not scoring a bunch of goals in the NHL, but hey, we got the live stream, and that's good too. I don't mind it. I love being a YouTuber. It's fun. I know I say YouTuber, but I feel like somebody like, you're not a YouTuber. You are a tiny account. But I feel like a YouTuber, right? We're looking at more icebreaker questions as we're stuck in this never-ending intermission. If you could, I don't know what I'd do for that. Talking about if you could audition for any talent show, what song would you pick and why? No, wait, never mind. I've read that question. If you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be? I'll tell you exactly what my advice would be, okay? Let me get a drink of water before I do that. My advice to myself would be Hockey Brigade. When you get out of high school and you stop playing sports and you're not working out 4 to 5 hours a day, you can't eat 10 to 12,000 calories a day. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Now, I didn't get big. I worked out a lot, so I still was in pretty decent shape. But, like, who does that? Who eats 10 to 13,000 or 12,000 calories a day? Michael Phelps does that. J.J. Watt does that. Me, who would do that? But I don't know if I've ever told this story, but we're going to go through it again if we have. I'd go to school. I'd get 2 packs of Pop-Tarts. So I'd have 4 Pop-Tarts, 4 blueberry Pop-Tarts, 2 chocolate milks, like the 12, 16 ounces. I don't know. I'd have that. I'd get 2 breakfast sandwiches as well, and I'd get a water. Water really doesn't matter. Then before weights, I would skip the warm-ups because I was pretty close with the weights coach, and I would get us both tater tots. I'd buy him a thing of tater tots, and actually I'd get me like 2 or 3, and I'd take them back so I could miss warm-ups. That was the deal. Then I would go to lunch, and I would get probably like 2 things of potatoes, 2 sandwiches, 2 fruits, 2 veggies, multiple milks, and then probably a 3rd sandwich. Then, my mom never knew this, good grief. She'd hate to ever find that out if that had happened. But then I'd go to the gas station after practice. I'd get 6 chicken tenders with ranch, honey mustard, whatever, 4 corn dogs, and a Powerade. And then I would go home and eat dinner with my mom. She would make big dinners for me, and I'd eat those. And then I would eat dessert after dinner, and then I would eat a snack around midnight that was usually like 2 or 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Who does that? Who does that? I couldn't even do that now, but holy cow, that was good. Those were the days, food-wise, where I was able to eat that much. Oh, I forgot to say at dinner I had seconds, too. How was I not 500 pounds? I worked out about 5.5 hours a day. I did weights for about an hour, and then I did practice for about 3.5 hours, and then I was able to work out in our weight room for about an hour. Me and some of the guys that I was on the team with, we would work out for about another hour. So I'd work out about 5.5 hours a day. And that's how I maintained weight. I was about 190 pounds, but I was pretty muscular at the time. But yeah, I mean, who would do that in a day? I don't even know exactly what the calories would all up with because I'm forgetting milk that I drank with a lot of my meals. I'm forgetting the peanut butter that I ate, besides the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Peanut butter and honey sandwiches, I ate those too. But yeah, teens legit can't eat anything all the time. I did. I ate anything and everything I wanted, and there was no consequences. And then my freshman year of college, our floor was kind of close. We all went down to eat the dining hall together. And I don't know if you know what potato latke is. Oh, they're called potato pancakes too, but potato latke. I would get 8 of those as like a side thing, and then get like just all my other food. But 8 potato latke, which is like this big, like a burger, but like that thick a potato latke, and that would be a side thing. I would just eat like 8 potato latke on the side, and then I'd have like a sub, dessert, like sides, all that stuff. But yeah, it must be catching up to me because I was getting a little bit of weight. I mean, I don't think I'm like obese or anything like that, like nothing crazy there, but I couldn't eat how I used to anymore. And Jeremy's right. This is no longer about hockey. This is about bonding. This is about food. This is about experiences. But yeah, that was a daily life of me in high school. It was actually so bad that I'd go to my friend's house every weekend. His mama would like make a big family dinner every Friday, Saturday night, whatever it be. His mama, we'd all come there, me, my buddy, and obviously my other friend that lived there. So there's three of us, his family, and then like their extended family. And Mama would just make a bunch of food, and if there was leftovers for this feast she made, Mama would just say, "Give it to me," and so I would just eat the leftovers like at like later that night. We ate good at Mama's. We should be getting ready for the start of the third. I know we've all been suffering through my terrible stories in this never-ending period. Is that black? They made the Canadiens logo black on a white background. That looks really cool. Um, but yeah, here we are. Finally, we made it. You survived the second intermission with me. I think I'm out of water in this cup, all into the clear glass. Montreal has the puck. They do not have the puck now. Sherratt has it, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson going up center ice, tries to get it on over to who is that? I still don't have the mark down. I need to mark that down. Couldn't keep possession. McDonough gets the puck out to Stamkos. Stamkos just dumps it in for Cirelli to try to chase it. Same thing again, dumps it back to Cirelli because why not? Montreal regains possession. Had that not been an offsides there, they didn't get called for it. But you could tell that they wanted to get it over to Gallagher, but he would have been offside, so they couldn't pass it in. Yeah, see, my mom always was worried about it because my dad had diabetes, but I was thin, so she let it slide. Um, I don't know. I just don't really feel full a lot. I just always feel hungry. I don't know if it's a medical condition or what, but yeah, like when I was a kid, I was 8 years old and I ate a foot long, two cookies, chips, and a drink, and that was the first time I ever ate all that together. And my grandpa was just in disbelief. And then my other grandpa on my mom's side, we were at a diner that he liked to go to. We were with all his buddies, and I was probably about 9 at the time. And I ate a full order of biscuits and gravy, which is like supposed to feed an adult man. And we're like done, and he's like, "Oh, are you like ready to go? Because we're gonna go fish that day because we fished a lot." And I was like, "Grandpa, I'm still hungry," and I had toast with this too. And he said, "We just ate a full order of biscuits and gravy," and I was like, "No, I'm still hungry." And his buddy was like, "I'll pay for it if he eats it all." So yeah, terroir, absolutely. Glad you know about that. And I ate two full orders of biscuits and gravy. The grown men, they were all in disbelief, and toast, and like 4 or 5 chocolate milks. And we left there, and yeah, autocorrect does suck. We left there. We get in his truck, and he goes, "Okay, are you full now?" And I was like, "Can we stop at Dairy Queen so we can get a snack?" And he was like, he always used to say, "Boy, I can't afford to feed you." And then he would always like talk to my mom afterwards, and she's like, "Well, he's thin, so it's whatever." Now my grandpa on my other side has a thyroid problem. Maybe I do, I don't know, but I don't think I do just because I was gaining weight. But my wife says with the way that I wasn't active and I was eating so much, the fact that I was still only about 180 pounds, maybe I do. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going over that calorie thing today, no doubt about it. Now, see, the big thing for Terrare is he had those big skin flaps and pull out scores. Hits 3-1 Tampa. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. That's red there. I was like, what in the world's on me? But Kucherov gets it all over. Is that a high stick? It might be, but I don't think they're going to call it. I think it might be a little too low. I'm going to be having chicken black bean quesadillas for dinner tonight, and I'll probably either dip them in salsa or like put some salsa on there or put some hot sauce on there. And then for dessert, I'll be having peanut butter and chocolate chips. And milk. What will you be having for dinner, Jeremy, if you haven't already had dinner? Because you probably actually might have. I'm about to start a food channel. Hockey Brigade's over. It's Food Brigade now, boys. No. Although I'm thinking about maybe starting a second channel where it's just me eating large amounts of food. Spaghetti? Makes sense. You like it. Spaghetti and meatballs with some good garlic bread. That's where it's at. Although I am more of a chicken Alfredo kind of guy. We probably will see Tampa hit that 25 shot marker because they have 20 with about. Oh, I thought they were going to get a chance for Montreal. They've got 20 with about 17 minutes left to go in the third. Meanwhile, Montreal has 14. Tyler Johnson was that close away from making it 4-1. Did you have any dessert, Jeremy? That's the important question. You always got to have dessert. Tell you what, a churro sounds really good right about now. Or like chocolate mousse. Who has the puck? Anderson takes a quick shot just north of the face-off circle. I think it might have went too far left. Oh, yeah, the Asmer. Paul Byron goes through the neutral zone into Tampa Bay's end, trying to keep it away from the Lightning players. Can't get it to work. And this is Sergachev, I believe, with the puck. I have no idea where the puck is. I don't think they do either. It fell right in front of. What is happening? The puck's like literally all over the place. They're looking for it. Everybody's looking for it. It's settled down now, but it did fall right in front of Montreal's in front of Carey Price, but luckily nothing happened out of it. Lekanen, duh, that's 62. I thought it was Lekanen, but I was like, I don't want to open my mouth and be stupid. Jeremy had ice cream. Good man. There you go. See? He had ice cream. I bet it was chocolate ice cream. Okay. And I bet it was delicious. Pour a little fudge, a little chocolate chips on there. Be even better. Maybe even some peanuts. Toffoli has it. Gets a little backward pass over to Nick Suzuki. Come on, Nick. Please make it a 3-2 game. Can't get it. What did I expect there? Caulfield shoots it. I think it might have actually hit Suzuki, ironically. Merrill takes a shot. It misses the net. My wife probably hates me because I'm like the worst influence ever on a diet. I'm just like, it's okay to go over. And also, it's okay to add like hot fudge, peanuts, chocolate chips, peanut butter to your ice cream. It's okay. Corey Perry had the puck, turned over. And I feel like we might do another live stream for the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll definitely do some in the off season. But yeah, I think we could do another one if you guys want to do it. Just comment below if you want one. And we will do it if you do. And then if not, we will not. Shot from the right point, and Stahl is getting beefy with McDonough. Some old heads going at it. And Josh Anderson's getting chippy with somebody now. Sounds fun? Okay, we'll do it. The ref's patting Stahl's back. What a weirdo. Now Maroon is getting in a fight with Anderson. I would love to see a fight between those two. If it wasn't Pasternak, I'd probably pick Maroon. Maroon just seems like it'd be really cool to be him for a day. He'd be a fun guy to hang out with. That's one thing I love about Montreal compared to the Canucks. I feel like we're not very physical. Like, we could afford to be more physical. And I'm not saying, like, oh, lay a dirty hit or anything like that. But, like, the Canadiens are not afraid to just get up in your face and have a fight. Now, we did get in a big fight because of that hit. Who was it on? I think it might have been on Armia this year, where we had that big fight. But I don't know. But I heard somebody outside. Oh, a Subway ad. How interesting. They say crisp veggies too. And one thing I will say, the lettuce is not fresh. Like, the lettuce is soggy. The lettuce is, like, gross. No, I know I'm not a big veggie guy, but I really would not get lettuce from Subway. Their mayonnaise, though, chef's kiss. I want to look at Montreal stats, or not Montreal, Tampa Bay. I want to see who's been. The traditional guys that you would expect are having a pretty good game. And with Killorn's out on the ice, they're out shooting Montreal 9-3. Who's leading in scoring chances? Hedman, okay. Now, I didn't think Hedman had a bad game, but I feel like I would have said Point had a better game, but I am wrong there. Hedman's actually had a pretty good game, which I figured he would. Let's see what Stamkos' stats are looking like. Yikes. Wait, is that right? No, that's okay. McDonough has had where he's given up more chances than he's got. No, which isn't crazy because McDonough isn't a big offensive guy, but I'm really glad for McDonough that they won the Cup last year. I was a big fan of McDonough in New York, and while I'm not a huge Rangers fan, I was glad to see him and Patty Maroon get a cup. Although Pat was part of the Blues team, yeah. Maybe I'm going crazy. Toffoli getting chippy, man. I'm still buying a Tyler Toffoli jersey. I don't even care. We didn't even get him that long, but I was obsessed with him when he was on the Kings. And it was a dream to have him for those few months. Montreal had a good chance from a wraparound pass. Cirelli has it. He's probably going to kick it on over to Ruda. He's not. They get a little pass on over. Actually, Hedman gets it on over to Ruda. Somebody. Pawat's just getting beat up on the boards because he has the puck. It's just a 2-on-1 right now. That has to be so frustrating if you're along the boards and you're just getting hit with what would be a cross check. I mean, I think that was a cross check, but we'll see. Cole Caulfield takes a shot, and it is blocked. 12 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the third. Montreal is going to have to get a goal probably within the next 4 or 5 minutes if they don't want to have to pull the goalie crazy early. If not, it'll finish 4-1. I think Montreal scores again, but I don't know if they're going to score a third time. I think it's going to be 4-2 is the final score. We could be looking at the chance here. Nope, they get back in time. Cole Caulfield's got some wheels. Cole Caulfield's younger than I am and shorter than me, and he's already so, like, he's made more money than I'll ever make in my lifetime. Sad. Kokaniemi lays a hit on Coleman. Puck gets moved on over to nobody because Tampa Bay gets the puck back in the neutral zone. I might take it back with the way the offense is looking. I don't know if they're going to get another goal here. That would have been a beaut if they had connected. The problem is you have to worry about Hedman, Killorn, or not Hedman, or not Killorn, Hedman, Kucherov, Point, Stamkos. Then you got to worry about Cirelli, Killorn, Palat, Sergachev. Did I say Cirelli? I don't know if I did, but it's just one of those deals that Tampa is so deep. Oh, they were trying to connect on a big stretch pass, but it hit one of the Lightning players' skates. Otherwise, it would have been a breakaway goal right there. Or at least a chance. Vasilevsky's looked good. He hasn't really been challenged. Faceoffs are 21-19 in Montreal's favor. I imagine hits are probably in their favor, too, with the way that they haven't had a bunch of possession. Actually, I tell you what I might do tonight if my wife falls asleep before me is watch good old Trailer Park Boys. Oh. Try to get a deflection for Montreal. They tried to deflect it in, but just the wrong angle. Corey Perry is being a pest up in front of the net. Stolen him. Are trying to get a goal here. That fourth line could be huge here right now. Evans has got it on over to Petrie. Petrie misses. It's tough. We are under the 10-minute mark. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third. Lehkonen has the puck. Deflects just wide. I'm not trying to be a wise guy or anything like that, but if I was Richardson, I would keep the players here. I need to get a haircut. I'm getting a haircut soon. I would keep the players in the stadium, and I would just make them shoot at the net over and over and over. There's been so many wide shots on their part. As we are at a commercial break, see if I got any notifications on my phone. I have not. Okay. But yeah, that Sherratt goal does worry me because if you're only getting that one goal from way out, it is worrisome. I want to look at the shots too. Let me look at the shots right quick. I mean, it was high slot. I don't think you could consider that in the mid. Both of Tampa Bay's goals have come right up front. What do you expect, though? They just score it right up there, whether it's transition, whether they're able to just bully teams, or just to get really good passes cross crease or something like that, or underneath the net. I want Montreal to win so bad. It's just going to be so tough because of Tampa Bay's offensive depth. Take away some of their defensive player or their players that are good defensively. The scoring is so concerning. And they got that weird goal from almost along the boards. Let's see. Okay, guys, if you could bring three desert, if you could bring three things to a deserted island, what would you bring? As we wait for the game to kick back up, hoping for more from Nick Suzuki. I okay, I can cook, but my wife typically cooks a lot. One thing that I make really well that she loves for me to make, usually she wants herself to cook because I'm not the best. I'm okay at it. But one thing that she loves that I make is called jerk chicken. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. She thinks I season it really well, and she thinks that I make the outside crispy enough for the chicken, but also enough to where it's like still juicy on the inside, but cooked, of course. But she loves when I make that. I'm pretty good at making chicken Alfredo. I've gotten pretty good at cooking meatballs, maybe making like a meatball sub or like spaghetti and meatballs. I can make a pretty good cheeseburger. Um, I'm not bad at making omelets. She seems to like my omelets more than her omelets. But yeah, that's about the extent of my cooking experience. But those things that I can cook, I will say that I think I cook those fairly well. She makes really, really good fried chicken. I want that really bad. I'm about to tell her that I am not doing this anymore, that I will continue to track my calories, but if they go over, I don't care, and that I will just work out. I'd say that if I had to say, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd say I'd probably cook once a week at best. It's 4-1. We will get through it. Endless water, endless sunscreen, and a portable solar powered AC. That's a good one. I'm gonna say yeah, clean drinking water. The sunscreen's not bad because I burn pretty bad. And then I'm gonna say probably a crossbow because you can reuse that, but it'd be a lot easier to like kill big game animals than obviously using like a spear or something like that. I might need more time to think about it, but yeah, that seems like a pretty good list. The water is a must. The sunscreen, not a must, but for me, probably a must because I'm so pasty. My wife being Italian, and then I forget what tribe she is. I don't know if she knows, but she's pretty dark, especially when she gets sun. She doesn't burn. I do. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left. I don't know how to spruce this up because it is 4-1. Kucherov gets the goal. I just want to see if Montreal can get this net front presence away from Carey Price, be able to see the puck a little bit better. But the solar powered AC is a good idea. I guess worst comes to worst, you could always set traps if you didn't want to use a crossbow, like snares. 7.5 minutes. They are down 4-1. I hope they don't pull the goalie. There's no reason to. They're not going to get 3 goals, in that time span. Maybe they will. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, the goal is to win the game. So maybe they could pull the goalie earlier than you normally would, as Josh Anderson just lays a kill shot. Eminem would be proud of him after what he just did there. Evans tries to get the puck in play as he just does a little pass as he's sliding towards the end of the ice to Corey Perry, but just a little bit too, or just not enough space. One thing I don't want for this series is please, please, please do not make this the series where Tampa Bay wins every game comfortably. Even if Montreal wins a few games. Regardless, I'd like to see the games be close. Shots are 22-15. That is... I expected Montreal's shots to be low, but I didn't expect Tampa Bay to have... Wow, okay, actually, I didn't even realize that. They said there's only been one shot on goal for the Canadiens so far in this third period. That's not going to fly. When you're down 4-1, that's ridiculous. I don't even think Carey Price has had a terrible game. They've just got a good net front presence. They've got it to where they can go off the pick and roll. And you just got to clear them out of the middle. Running out of water, and we won't be seeing overtime, so I won't be running out of water in OT. Vasilevsky just stops an easy shot off a Lehkonen. Things are getting chippy. Gallagher, who is it? Who is he fighting with? It's Sergachev. I said that we'd see a fight between him and Hedman. I got excited for a second. I thought it might have been Hedman because I couldn't see the numbers. The weird thing is it wasn't even a good fight. The refs don't let them fight like they used to. I sound old when I say that, but it's like you're supposed to stop them once they hit the ice. Half the time now they're like tugging them away from each other. Oh, Gallagher has got blood coming from his head. He's got blood running down his face. He's got a cut or something. Yikes. Blood on his jersey now, I think. You have to earn the cup. That's true. Gallagher needs to shave his head. Or get some hair going up there because I couldn't do it. So I think they're going to say Sergachev is going to get hit with a cross check. And that's where things get chippy. Gallagher goes for the, what is that called? There's a wrestling move. I used to wrestle in high school. I can't even think what it's called now. But he goes for that. I feel bad for the guy because, like, I know that if I was in that position, I would shave my head. Well, actually, he might have a few more cuts because he got blood going down here, but also blood going down the middle of his face. Who are they putting in the box? Oh, they're putting in Blake Coleman for roughing. I thought they were saying Sergachev for the cross check. But yeah, if I start balding back there, I'm going to try a hair transplant. But if that doesn't work, I'm just going to shave my head and probably get a wig. It's the right thing to do for me. I think we got to clean this blood off the ice. Sergachev is saying that he shouldn't have been called for roughing. Are you serious? Jeremy, I don't want to roast the guy, but it's terrible. If I ever got the thing too where like the top just came off and then the sides were the thing left, I'd shave it. I know I got a lot of hair now, but in my family it disappears pretty quick. So we got to enjoy this while we can. Oh, Tampa fans are being unbearable right now. Not all of them, but just some of them. They're talking about already pulling the goalie now. And there's like 6 minutes left to go. Because you'd get a 6-on-4. Maybe. I mean, what's the point of not doing it at this point? You're down 4-1. You get a goal here. It doesn't look like they will pull Carey Price. I didn't know if they would. I didn't imagine they would, but I might. I might have. Just because it's already 4-1. You get a power play 6-on-4, you might get a chance. See if they do. Montreal's got nothing on this power play so far. Tampa Bay's dumped it off once, and now they're just battling for the puck, just killing off time. Corey Perry has it. Back on over to Gustafson. Suzuki takes a shot. Wide left. Oh, it's painful right now. It really is. Suzuki didn't even get the shot off fully because whoever was down there managed to get their stick active just before. Now they're saying pull the goalie. The broadcasters are maybe not a bad idea. You've got 47 seconds left on this power play. Like, what have you got to lose? You're down 4-1. You lose 5-1. Big deal. You score the goal, and you at least still have a chance. The problem is they can't maintain possession, even on the power play. That's going to be an offside. Yikes, 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 yikes. Somebody was comparing Montreal to Dallas of last year the other day, but in my opinion, I think Dallas is better. Dallas was better last year than Montreal is this year, at least in the regular season, they definitely were. Montreal finished one win above the Canucks. I mean, come on now. As the nose itches are returning. Somebody the other day asked me if I felt confident about the Canucks next season. I don't. We've got some cap issues, and we're going to have more as somebody just laid a kill shot on a Canadian. Please get a shot on goal. Please, please, please. Power play is going to end, and I don't even think they get a shot on goal. Weber gets a blast. At least he's going for it. I think I can hear my wife outside grabbing some bag or something. Wouldn't you know it, they don't even get a shot on goal, I don't believe. Although they will get called for an icing. I am out of water. We've got 4 minutes left to go. I mean, I won't bet my soul. I won't do that. But I can pretty much 99.99999% say that Tampa Bay's probably got this one wrapped up. A big takeaway that I think I'm going to take from this game is Montreal can't get quality shots. They're just getting shots on net from bad angles because that's all they can get because they can't even maintain possession. They can't get in front of the net. They can't get anything set up behind the net. They're just having to take some bad angled shots. And I get it because you're not getting a lot of great looks, but against a goalie like Vasilevsky, if it's already a bad angle, just imagine what it's going to be like on Vasilevsky where he's got a great view of it. He's big and he's mobile, and he's playing really well. Good grief, I just saw a car ad and it said starting at $37,000. I don't have that money. I wonder what monthly it'd be. $400 a month for a 36-month lease. Interesting. I won't be getting it. Now they have a fire ad for Jägermeister. And now we have a boring ad about some rapper I don't know. This guy looks like Michael Strahan mixed with like Triple X Tentacion. And then a lovely AT&T ad. I'm looking at another icebreaker because this game is yikes. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be? We'll see if anybody answers this. Oh, they call Kotkaniemi for height sticking. Are you serious? Okay, yeah, I see it now. It's from a lot of bad blood from him and Chernak. So Tampa Bay's on the power play. So yeah, you know, I don't know how to spice this up. They're down 3 goals. They're on the PK. It's been a rough first game. I'm happy that they're here, but I just hope that they make a series of it. I've seen a lot of people saying Tampa Bay in 5. I wouldn't hold that out of question. I said Tampa Bay in 6 because I do think that Montreal has a good chance to, steal 2 games. But the question was, if you could listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let me check that out for myself. Make sure my phone's not on. I don't want anything playing, me get in trouble. "44 seconds left on the, obviously, the Care Bear soundtrack. Brother, that smacks. Smacks harder than your mama. That's a phrase that I like to say. Good old Care Bear. That or the Power Rangers soundtrack. Honestly, I'd probably say like Tell Me I'm Pretty by Cagey Elephants. That's a good album. Yanni Gord getting feisty as well with Edmondson. I mean, this is just classless. Well, I'm Tampa Bay's in. Carey's obviously got the puck settled, but they're just jabbing him. Come on, man. You're up 4-1. Somebody just, I'm pretty sure they slashed Kucherov, and I don't know if they missed the call or what. Oh, they missed it. Yeah, they said it was a slashing that they missed. This is going to be a bloodbath of a series, even if it's 4 games. Like, I think if the series ends in 4 games, it would actually be a bloodbath because as they go down another man, Edmondson gets called for roughing. Because I think Montreal would just lose their stuff and just start a brawl and just start like impaling people with hockey sticks and just start bashing people. If I was Tampa Bay, I'd probably honestly lose game 4 theoretically if they're up 3-0 just so they could win in game 5 because it would be dangerous to sweep Montreal and Montreal. I think the fans would like bust down the glass panels and just start beating the Lightning players. Now, out of the 33 Stanley Cup appearances, they've won 25. That's 25-8 in their Stanley Cup Finals appearances. That's crazy. No mercy. Tampa Bay looks like they're looking to extend the lead to 5-1. Brian Hoffman's got a good point. I don't know why he added his last name. That made it sound weird. Not that his last name's weird, but I don't know why I just didn't say Brian. But yeah, those are all pretty good albums. I'm not saying I'm familiar with every single song on every album, but I mean, Graduation by Kanye West, come on now. That's bangers on bangers on bangers. That's the one that Gold Digger's on, right? Pretty sure Jesus Walks is on that one too. There's so many good albums, you're right, though. How would you really say this is the one album I can listen to? They have no mercy. They have no mercy on the power play. Tampa Bay has made it 5-0. 5-1, sorry. 3 straight goals by the Lightning, and they're still on the power play for the, I think it's Edmondson's roughing call. And yeah, you do have a point about the genres, because I think I could pick one for rap. I think I could pick one for like classic. I think I could pick one. It's on late registration. Okay, then I'm dumb. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, like Graduation's still a good album. I used to listen to that in school, like on my computer class that I had to do. And that's the 8th goal of the playoffs for Steven Stamkos, power play goal. But yeah, I mean, you got Cagey Elephant that I like to listen to. I like different rappers. I like, the Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that. I have a very wide range of music taste. Somebody I used to listen to a lot that I don't anymore, and I don't think it's by any like vengeful reason or anything, is Big Sean. I used to listen to him a lot. Although he just did a song with Jack Harlow that is a banger. 34 seconds left. The Tampa Bay Lightning do not care how you feel. They are going to be merciless, and they will win this game 5-1 as long as Montreal doesn't score here. For the Habs, they have a lot to work on before they get ready for Game 2, which is in 2 days, I think. And, this game wasn't awful for a good chunk of it. And then things just got rough. And that'll do it. The Lightning win 5-1. They take Game 1 of the series and are 3 wins away from winning their second Stanley Cup in 2 years, their third in franchise history, that being 2004, 2020, and potentially this year. Meanwhile, the Carey Price-led Montreal Canadiens are going to have to bounce back after a pretty bad third period. Crowd is rocking in Tampa Bay. I will let you guys say whatever before we sign off. I'll give you a few minutes to leave your thoughts, ask questions, all that good stuff. Say goodbye, everything, and there we go, like that. But yeah, I'll give you a few minutes. I want to see who led for ice time for the Canadiens. And I also want to see how much time Nick Suzuki played. Tampa. I almost picked Tampa in 5, but I didn't want to count Montreal after everything they've done. But the thing is, I think Tampa is still better than Vegas. I don't like Vegas's offense. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just like Tampa Bay's more. How much did Suzuki played? 17 minutes, 45 seconds. They got outshot. Yikes. 11-5 when he was out on the ice. And they were outscored 3-0 when he was out on the ice. Rough. Who gave up the most scoring chances? Probably Sherrod. No, it was. I'd like to see it at least go 6 games. I don't want to sweep. We haven't seen a sweep since the Avs swept the Panthers from 1993. No. There was a stretch, I think, of 3 straight years that there was a sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals. Maybe no, 1997, because the Red Wings swept the Flyers. So I think from 1994 to 1997, there was 4 straight Stanley Cup Series sweeps. I've got a hair that's literally falling in between my glasses, and it's terrible. But yeah, I'll give you guys another minute, and then I will let you guys go. You're obviously free to leave whenever. Wish the game could have been more competitive in the third period, but it doesn't always work out like that. Either way, I think we had fun. See you, Jeremy. Always a blast. You always get to hear about my food as usual. And I'll probably end it in just about a minute. Got about 30 seconds if you've got anything left to say. If not, feel free to leave. I'll just keep it on here just to be safe. Everybody have a great night. It is 11 p.m. Get that good rest. Hopefully you had a good big dinner, some nice dessert, and you sleep well, all that good stuff, yeah? All righty, folks. We are going to end it. It was great being with you all, and I will – oh, Brian, yeah, I agree. I agree completely. We can't have a sweep. I'm hoping it at least goes 6 games. 6 games is respectable. That's my mindset there. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. I think we'll do one more stream. We'll probably do it like game. If it's maybe game 3, we'll have to see. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Game 4 possibly, unless it's like an elimination game, because then I'll have to do a series review video. But yeah, everybody have a great night. Good seeing you all here.